It's time for high school football, presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network. The best Stark County football is heard right here all season long. Whether you're in a car, at home, or on the go, the action is live on Q92 and streaming on the Q92 Facebook page, X, and our YouTube channel. Now, let's take you live to the stadium and our broadcast team for tonight's kickoff on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
Here they go! Touchdown! Good evening, everyone. It's week 2 of the 2026 Ohio high school football season, brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group. I'm Jay Wilhelm with Q92 Sports, and I'm here live at Robert Fife Stadium here in Jackson Township as the Jackson Polar Bears have their home opener against Hudson. The Explorers opened the season on the road last week, defeating Austintown Fitch by a score of 24-19. The Polar Bears also opened their season on the road as they went to Chardon last Thursday and came away with a big opening week victory, 34-13. Head coach Jay Rohr and his squad are looking to start the season 2-0 in front of their home crowd here tonight. Kickoff is currently scheduled for 7 p.m. Myself and Steve Gilbert will be on the call. This is the Q92 pregame show brought to you by RG Drag. Learn, earn, and succeed with RG Drag. We're going to step away for a commercial break, and when we return, we're going to take a look around at the other 6 games being called on the Q92 Sports Network. You're listening to high school football brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group.
Northeast Ohio knows football, and Sarshone Auto Group knows Northeast Ohio. As an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, Sarshone Auto Group serves our community with the best selection and the best service. From Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and more. From the toughest trucks to the SUVs that fit your family. Sarshone Auto Group, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, and the place where Northeast Ohio comes to drive. Visit Sarshone.com.
Hi, I'm Rodney Newchwander with Home Appliance Company in Massillon, Ohio. For 3 generations, our family has had the privilege of serving families throughout our community. And because of your support, we're honored to be voted among the top 3 in the 2026 Community Choice Awards. That recognition means the world to us because it comes from our neighbors. If you're shopping for a new appliance, replacing one that's worn out, or simply looking for honest advice, we'd love to help. Stop by Home Appliance Company in Massillon, Ohio, and see why local families have trusted us for generations.
High school football exemplifies the true meaning of teamwork. At Friends and Family Credit Union, our team of local friendly professionals offer the same true spirit for our members with a wide array of products from vehicle loans to personal loans, family secure checking with ID Protect, mortgage, home equity line of credit, and more. For over 60 years, we have the game plan for your financial well-being. Visit any of our 3 convenient locations, online or mobile banking. Now, more than ever, it's time to bring a friend into the family.
What if your favorite golf course never closed? At Back 9 Indoor Golf, it doesn't. Enjoy 24/7 access to premium full swing simulators trusted by the pros. Practice before work, play after dinner, or tee up at midnight. No weather delays, just golf on your schedule. Visit theback9golf.com to book your free demo and use the promo code Q92 for a 50% off your first month. Back 9 Indoor Golf. Golf on your schedule.
You're listening to high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
We are back here at Robert Fife Stadium as both teams are out on the field doing their pregame warm-ups here in week 2 of the Ohio high school football season 2026 version. You're listening to the RG Drag pregame show here on the Q92 Radio Sports Network. It is a beautiful, about 78 degrees. Sun is shining bright. Another perfect Friday night for high school football. And right now we're going to take a look around at the other 6 games being called on the Q92 Radio Sports Network.
Here they go. Touchdown. From Blue Streak Stadium in Hartville, the Lake Blue Streaks will take on Youngstown High School to kick off at 7 o'clock coming up on Q92. A week ago, the Blue Streaks got by a pretty good Painesville Riverside team by the score of 20-12. Meanwhile, Youngstown High School, the merger of Youngstown East and Youngstown Cheney, knocked off Boardman in their season opener. So we'll see what the Spartans bring to the table tonight as the Blue Streaks look to get off to a quick 2-0 start here in 2026. Join myself, Brian Beatty, and Allie Carnegie tonight from Hartville as the Blue Streaks take on the Boardman Spartans. Sam Berkwin for Q92.
A couple of 1-0 teams will meet at Canal Fulton this week as Marlington visits Northwest. Cole Bates recovered 2 fumbles and scored a defensive touchdown as Marlington opened with a 31-6 win at Warrensville Heights. Tyler Klein and Jacob Rose scored rushing touchdowns for the Dukes, who went 3-7 last season. Northwest also opened with a win, shutting down Alliance 16-0. Seniors Connor Stevenson and Jacob Garber scored the touchdowns for the Young Indians, with Stevenson scoring on a recovered lateral in the end zone and Garber on a 4-yard run. Northwest away home again this week on the new turf at Dr. Martin Smilik Stadium as they host Marlington. We'll have all the action tonight. I'm Clint Scroggs for the Q92 Sports Network.
Good evening, everyone. It's week 2 of the 2026 Ohio High School football season, brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group. I'm Jay Wilhelm with Q92 Sports, and I'm here live at Robert Fife Stadium in Jackson Township as the Jackson Polar Bears have their home opener against Hudson. The Explorers opened the season on the road last week, defeating Austintown Fitch by a score of 24-19. The Polar Bears also opened their season on the road as they went to Chardon last Thursday and came away with a big opening week victory, 34-13. Head coach Jay Rohr and his squad are looking to start the season 2-0 in front of their home crowd here tonight. Kickoff is currently scheduled for 7 p.m. Myself and Steve Gilbert will be on the call, and you can tune in at Q92radiosports.com and on the Q92 YouTube channel. This is Jay Wilhelm, Q92 Sports.
Gail North with Q92 Sports live from Canton, Ohio, as the Glen Oak Golden Eagles welcome the Massillon Tigers. Glen Oak stumbled on the road a week ago in the debut of new head coach Matt Dennison, falling at the hands of the Dover Tornadoes 36-21. Glen Oak racked up over 400 yards of offense, led by quarterback Jamil Hall, who threw for 281 yards and 2 touchdowns and ran for 37 yards and another score. Meanwhile, the Massillon Tigers responded to the expectation for the 2026 season with a statement win over perennial powerhouse Cleveland Glenville, 31-18. The scoreboard didn't tell the whole story, as the Tigers outgained Glenville 387-146 in total offense. Ohio State commit Deontay Malone had 149 yards receiving and a touchdown, while Michigan State commit Xavier Owens racked up 180 yards on the ground with 2 scores. Well, listen live on the Q92 Sports Radio Network. Tonight, it's a Week 2 matchup between the Golden Eagles and the Tigers. From Glen Oak High School, I'm Caleb Nork for Q92 Sports.
Christian Bigglesworth here live from the University of Mount Union, the home of the Alliance Aviators, where tonight they'll be hosting the 0-1 Worcester Generals in a battle of teams looking for their first win of the season in Week 2. The Worcester Generals opened the season with a 14-7 close loss to the Orrville Red Riders, a game where Worcester kind of shot themselves in the foot with 3 turnovers and 13 penalties. Alliance was also marred by procedure penalties last week, and they're still looking to find the end zone for the first time this season with new quarterback Caden Sanders. It should be a good one in Alliance between the Generals and the Aviators. On AM 1310 WDPN, Q92radiosports.com, and the Q92 YouTube channel. From the University of Mount Union, I'm Christian Bigglesworth for Q92 Sports.
Hi, everyone. It's Mike Voorhees, and tonight I am live from Green Memorial Stadium in Uniontown, Ohio, for the Week 2 matchup between the 1-0 Talmadge Blue Devils and the 0-1 Green Bulldogs. Talmadge is riding high into tonight after a dominant 21-0 shutout against Akron Ellett in their opener. Led by head coach Mike Hay, the revitalized Blue Devils are looking to build momentum as they transition to the Metro Athletic Conference this season. For the Bulldogs, they will look to bounce back after a tough 42 32-13 season opening road loss to Indian Valley. Head coach Mark Geis will focus on shoring up the defense after giving up a total of 523 yards to the Braves. You can hear us on the Q92 Sports YouTube channel or at Q92Radiosports.com. Former Suburban League foes Green and Talmadge do battle tonight. For Q92 Sports, I'm Mike Voorhees.
Tonight from Malvern, the Hornets take on the McDonald Blue Devils on Q92Radiosports.com and streaming live on the Q92 Sports YouTube page. Both McDonald and Malvern enter tonight with a 1-0 record. McDonald is coming off a dominant 44-0 victory over Valley Christian, while Malvern picked up a win over Trinity 24-20 a week ago. Tonight should be a great early season test for Malvern as they look to improve their 7-5 record from last season, while McDonald looks to build on a 13-1 season that ended with a deep playoff run. Join myself and Robert Coleman tonight at 7 o'clock for kickoff. For Q92 Sports, I'm Ryan Bevere.
Here they go! Touchdown!
Thank you, guys. Hopefully everybody has a phenomenal game and it's competitive all the way around. We're going to step away for another commercial break. When we come back, we had a chance to speak to both coaches down on the field pregame heading into this Week 2 matchup. You're listening to the RG Drag pregame show. Learn, earn, and succeed with RG Drag. This is high school football brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Northeast Ohio knows football, and Sarshone Auto Group knows Northeast Ohio. As an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, Sarshone Auto Group serves our community with the best selection and the best service. From Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and more. From the toughest trucks to the SUVs that fit your family. Sarshone Auto Group, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, and the place where Northeast Ohio comes to drive. Visit Sarshone.com.
For 50 years, Canton Christian Home has empowered seniors to live life fully through compassionate housing, assisted living, and skilled nursing care. Join us for our upcoming Swiss steak dinner September 19th and special 50th anniversary events this fall. Visit CantonChristianHome.org for more details. Every donation supports quality care and residents facing financial hardship. To learn more, schedule a tour, or support our mission, call Lauren Cook at 330-430-5145.
Tired of rising gas prices and the cost of vehicle maintenance? Let SARTA do the driving for you. Whether you're heading to work, school, shopping, or a doctor's appointment, SARTA offers safe, reliable, and affordable transportation throughout Stark County. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride while we handle the road. Plus, with convenient routes and easy trip planning, getting where you need to go has never been easier. Ride smart, ride SARTA. Visit SARTAonline.com and get moving today.
What if your favorite golf course never closed? At Back 9 Indoor Golf, it doesn't. Enjoy 24/7 access to premium full swing simulators trusted by the pros. Practice before work, play after dinner, or tee up at midnight. No weather delays, just golf on your schedule. Visit theback9golf.com to book your free demo and use the promo code Q92 for a 50% off your first month. Back 9 Indoor Golf. Golf on your schedule.
You're listening to high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Back here in Jackson Township as both teams are now back in the locker room getting their final instructions before kickoff. And as I mentioned before we headed to the break, we had a chance to talk to both coaches before tonight's matchup down on the field. And we're going to start with Hudson head coach Jeff Goff.
This is Steve with Q92 Sports. I'm here with Hudson head coach Jeff Goff. Coach, it's week number 2, and you're on the road again after beating a good Austintown Fitch team last week. How's this week preparation gone, and what do you like most about your team so far early on?
Yeah, the message was this is our most important game of the season. We've had a tough week just battling each other on the practice field and really trying to prepare for a very experienced Jackson team. First year playing them since I think like 2008 or 9. And, you know, it's a new opponent. They're in the Federal League. We're going to try to, you know, leave it all out here and, you know, try to get it to the fourth quarter and be competitive.
What's the biggest challenge Jackson presents for you tonight?
They have a great running back, a great quarterback, multiple great receivers. They got 9 guys back on defense. So everything, so it's going to be a tough game. And I think our kids are up for it. Fitch was a different challenge. We try to get over that, fix our mistakes, and we're really trying to just play 4 solid quarters of football. So,
last question.
Yeah.
What's 1 or 2 things on each side of the ball that your team needs to do tonight to get out of here 2-0?
We got to protect when we have the ball. Let's protect it and let's sustain drives. So that's number 1. When we're on defense, we got to play with passion and effort and fly around to the football. And, you know, we know they're a big play team. We've seen that in multiple games over multiple years. So we just got to kind of limit those. It's cliche, but it's the truth. If we can limit those, we can kind of keep it in, you know, make them sustain drives. And if we can do that, we're going to be okay.
Okay. Thanks, Coach. And good luck tonight.
Sounds good. Good to meet you, man.
And we always thank Jeff Goff for spending time with us pregame as he's getting his guys ready. Right now, we're going to step away for another commercial break, and when we come back, we'll listen to what head coach from the Jackson Polar Bears, Jay Rohr, had to say. The RG Drag pregame show, Learn, Earn, and Succeed with RG Drag. This is high school football, brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Northeast Ohio knows football, and Sarshone Auto Group knows Northeast Ohio. As an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, Sarshone Auto Group serves our community with the best selection and the best service. From Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and more. From the toughest trucks to the SUVs that fit your family. Sarshone Auto Group, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, and the place where Northeast Ohio comes to drive. Visit Sarshone.com.
At the Homestead of Hartville, assisted living is about more than care. It's about living well. Residents enjoy personalized support, meaningful connections, and a community that feels like family. Rooms are available now. Schedule a tour today by calling 330-877-7700 or visit gentlebrook.org. The Homestead of Hartville, where life is enriched every day.
RG Drag, Stark County's premier career center, offers programs that prepares its students at the high school level for careers and continued education beyond high school. Upon completion, RG Drag students have an immediate opportunity to obtain a well-paying job in many exciting career fields. We offer everything from culinary, dental assisting, engineering, sports turf and landscape, welding, and so much more. Contact RG Drag to find a program and career that's the perfect fit for you. RG Drag, where careers begin.
What if your favorite golf course never closed? At Back 9 Indoor Golf, it doesn't. Enjoy 24/7 access to premium full swing simulators trusted by the pros. Practice before work, play after dinner, or tee up at midnight. No weather delays, just golf on your schedule. Visit theback9golf.com to book your free demo and use the promo code Q92 for a 50% off your first month. Back 9 Indoor Golf. Golf on your schedule.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Back here at Robert Fife Stadium as we're about 12 minutes away from kickoff and the Jackson Band is taking the field, the Purple Army marching out to get ready for all of the introductions. And now we're going to take a listen to what Jackson head coach Jay Rohr had to say coming in to this week 2 matchup.
This is Steve with Q92 Sports. I'm here with Jackson head coach Jay Rohr. Coach, great road win last week up at Chardon. How different, if at all, is the fire inside the locker room with the kids being able to play at home for the first time?
Yeah, they're just excited. Again, you said it. We're absolutely blessed to come out with a win last week, and to now open our season. Again, not opening the season, but our first game at home. We got to protect our home turf. They're excited. Our fans are going to be obviously crazy, and and the other thing is we're blessed to have our wonderful youth program and to celebrate youth tonight. So this place is going to be hopping, and look forward to a great challenge against Hudson.
Good. Coach, can you give me one or two things on offense and one or two things on defense that's going to allow you to come out of here 2-0 tonight?
Number one, the game's win and lost. Number one is in the trenches. We got to dominate the line of scrimmage on both offense and defensively. The second thing, more so from an offensive standpoint, is we can't have any turnovers. Again, games are won and lost based on the turnover margin. And the last and the two things defensively is we got to be able to tackle and we got to limit explosive plays from them. So, again, all challenges, significant challenges for us. But our kids, they had a good week of practice and they're embracing it and we're looking forward to it.
Okay, Coach. Thanks for your time. Good luck tonight.
Thank you so much.
And that was Jackson head coach Jay Rohr leading into tonight's matchup. We're going to step away one more time for a commercial break before kickoff. The RG Drag pregame show keeps rolling. You're listening to High School Football, brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Northeast Ohio knows football, and Sarshone Auto Group knows Northeast Ohio. As an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, Sarshone Auto Group serves our community with the best selection and the best service. From Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and more. From the toughest trucks to the SUVs that fit your family. Sarshone Auto Group, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, and the place where Northeast Ohio comes to drive. Visit Sarshone.com.
Welcome to the world of Kasasa Cashback Checking, courtesy of Friends and Family Credit Union. It's simple. Stop in and sign up for Kasasa Cashback Checking and start earning rewards that matter, such as monthly cash rewards for simply using your debit card. And there's even more ways to reward yourself with Kasasa Saver, Kasasa Checking, and Kasasa Tunes. Welcome to the world of Kasasa and earn rewards that matter, courtesy of Friends and Family Credit Union. Now, more than ever, it's time to bring a friend into the family.
At the Homestead of Hartville, assisted living is about more than care. It's about living well. Residents enjoy personalized support, meaningful connections, and a community that feels like family. Rooms are available now. Schedule a tour today by calling 330-877-7700 or visit gentlebrook.org. The Homestead of Hartville, where life is enriched every day.
RG Drag, Stark County's premier career center, offers programs that prepares its students at the high school level for careers and continued education beyond high school. Upon completion, RG Drag students have an immediate opportunity to obtain a well-paying job in many exciting career fields. We offer everything from culinary, dental assisting, engineering, sports turf and landscape, welding, and so much more. Contact RG Drag to find a program and career that's the perfect fit for you. RG Drag, where careers begin.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Back here in Jackson Township, Robert Fife Stadium. Week 2, both teams coming in 1-0. Both teams won on the road in week 1. Right now, the Purple Army is out there performing their school's song, whatever they call it. And then we'll have the national anthem, which we'll go silent for out of respect. So that'll be coming up here in a few minutes. Again, it's youth night here. Coach Rohr mentioned that in the pregame interview. It's always cool. My son did youth night here at Jackson, so it's always a really cool night for the parents to kind of see the future polar bears, and they get to run through the little tunnel, the blow-up polar bear head, and run out onto the field and get their standing ovation from the crowd, which is always a cool thing. And I can tell you right now, there's a buzz. There's something about your first home game of the season, but there's something a little extra when you got to start on the road in week 1, and then you come home, it's youth night. We're looking across the way as we face south. We're in the visitors' press box. we face South, and that home side for the Polar Bears is packed. And I'm going to tell you right now, I am ultra impressed with the Hudson crowd as they came down. They're about 45 minutes north of here, and they definitely made the trip here on this beautiful Friday night. And now it's time to tag in my broadcast partner, Steve Gilbert. He's sitting to the right of me. What's up, buddy?
Good to be back, Jay.
So right now what we're going to talk about is we got about 6 minutes until kickoff. We're going to need some keys to the game. We heard each coach say what they needed to get done on their side. What do you think Hudson needs to do tonight to move to 2-0?
Well, I think it sounds very cliche, but like Coach Goff said, limit explosive plays by Polar Bears, and they got to just limit the turnovers. I think that goes for both teams, to be honest.
Yeah, 100%. And the other thing, too, is Hudson takes the field officially tonight in front of their visiting crowd. The big thing for Hudson being on the road, they had to be on the road in week 1. The main thing you want to do, in my opinion, of course, it's protect the football, win the trenches, do all the things that the coaches mentioned. But here's a thing I didn't hear any of them say, well, at least on the Hudson side, is if you're Hudson, you want to jump out early because this is a good Jackson football team with a lot of experience on the field. If you can jump out early and take this home crowd away from them early, especially since they're buzzing over there and they're ready to unleash, if you can take them out of the game early and quiet this place down, I think that works wonders for moving through the rest of the first, second, third, and fourth quarter.
I agree 100%, Jay, but I'd look for this to be definitely a 4-quarter game.
Yeah. So now that we've looked at Hudson, how about we take a look at, you let me know what you think Jackson's got to do or some of the main things for them to win the game.
Pretty much the same thing, Jay. Coach Warr said about the same thing. Explosive plays. Both coaches are emphasizing explosive plays. Team that limits those, keeps the ball, doesn't turn it over, that's who's probably going to win.
Love it. I love it. So last week, I was jotting a few things down if I can. Last week, as I mentioned, Jackson went up to Chardon and won 34-13. I don't think it's a shock that Jackson won. I think it's a bit of a shock by how much, because it's a road game far away. Week 1, you'd think that the guys are going to struggle at least a little bit, but they took care of business in a big way. And quarterback Carter Mullman, 19 of 32, 256 passing yards, 3 passing touchdowns, and the big number here, 0 interceptions. And then running back, as Jackson's taking the field now, running back Chase Maurer, he had 18 carries for 110 yards and a rushing touchdown. He also had 2 receptions for 30 yards out of the backfield. So they had a nice balanced attack up there, which definitely helps. And then a few more things I jotted down there was Lucas Yoder, wide receiver for Jackson, had 2 receptions for a total of 80 yards. Both receptions were touchdowns, so he had 2 touchdown receptions. And then where's the last one? Schneider, Quinn Schneider, 14-yard touchdown catch.
You said 2 catches for 80 yards and 2 touchdowns. That seems to be explosive plays to me.
Yeah, I think one was 29 and one was 54, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if that equals 80. I'm not great at math, but, I know how to count 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 63, 70, 77, because those are touchdowns and extra points, baby.
There you go.
So something I've not seen, or at least don't remember seeing, Jackson tonight is in all black from top to bottom, including the helmets. They have the white numbers. Hopefully that helps it stand out.
That'll help us.
It didn't help us last week, but hopefully it helps us this week. We're at a different angle and trajectory. And then Hudson came in. They got the navy blue pants, the white jerseys, the navy blue helmets, and then they got the navy blue letters on their white jerseys. So I don't know that I saw, correct me if I'm wrong, if they did the the coin toss yet. I get so wrapped up in this pregame show. Do we know who's got what yet? Nope.
I know they did the coin toss. I didn't see who got what, though.
Yeah. And we're going to let this national anthem play through without talking out of respect. So we're going to turn up the mic and let you listen in as well.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we live in a great country with freedoms like no other. In order to honor America and in respect for all those who have served and who are serving our country to defend our freedoms, please remain standing as David Gleason leads the band tonight in the playing of our national anthem.
And there's the national anthem by the Purple Army, the Jackson Polar Bear Marching Band. They always do a phenomenal job. And as I mentioned, we talked about Jackson's win in week 1. Hudson, they went to Austintown Fitch, which is not always an easy place to play. And Austintown Fitch is usually a pretty good program. So that's a nice win for Hudson in week 1 as they won 24-19. And we are about ready to rock and roll here as each team is going to take the field. And Jackson is going to kick off to Hudson to start the ball game, as I believe Jackson won the toss and deferred to the second half. And we're about ready to rock and roll in this week 2 matchup, as we're going to get to see Hayden Lipinski, the senior quarterback for Hudson, right away. Jackson's going to be kicking from right to left, which means Hudson in the first quarter will be going left to right. The ball is on the tee. Another perfect weather night here in Stark County. And here we go. Ball is in the air. Hudson's going to field it at about the 6-yard line. Drop it, pick it back up. He's out to the 20. Breaks through to the 25. Dives forward to the 29-yard line. As that was Reno Ferry on the return for the Explorers of Hudson. As I mentioned, Jackson coming out in the all black, including the helmets, which is pretty sweet to see. And it looks like they're going to start on the 30-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Explorers. And they're going to start in the shotgun, Lipinski. He's going to have 4 receivers, 2 to each side. Fire it to the left side immediately right at the 30, and he's out to the 39-yard line. He threw it out straight to his left and used the block from the other receiver to get it upfield 9 yards to bring up 2nd and 1. Right back to the line of scrimmage. No huddle offense, and they're going hurry up. Lipinski takes the snap, hands it off to his running back, who goes up the right side, out to the 45 to the 46-yard line. And that was Reno Ferry again. And that's going to be a 1st down for the Explorers from their own 46-yard line. Right back to the line of scrimmage again. Hurry up offense for Hudson. Lipinski in the shotgun. 3 receivers. Drops back to pass, fires it to the right, got his man shallow, and he's going to be drilled at the 41-yard line as they make it into Jackson territory. And that was Keswick Wheatley on the reception. Hurry up again, right back to the line of scrimmage goes Hudson. Hayden takes the snap, hands it off to his back. Reno goes up the left side, breaks 1 tackle, inside the 30, runs over another guy down to the 26, 27-yard line. That's going to be another Hudson first down as they're moving the ball easily so far. And now they're back in the shotgun. 2 backs in the backfield, 1 on each side of Lipinski. And he gets Jackson to jump off sides. 2 guilty parties over there on the defensive end. And that's going to move them up 5 yards. And that's going to make it 1st and 5 for Hudson.
Good combination of running the ball and passing the ball early here.
Absolutely. And they're going to take the snap and fire it over to the right side, and they're going to gain. Trying to see the yardage on that one. Started out 1st and 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. They got no gain on that one. So right back to the line of scrimmage for Hayden Lipinski. 3 receivers to his left, but he's going to hand it off to Reno, who's going up the left side, trying to stretch it out to the corner. And he gains maybe 2 yards. Jackson did a great job of sealing off the edge there on that one. And it's going to be 3rd and about 3 for Hudson. 2 backs in the backfield with Lipinski. Takes the snap, hands it off to Reno, goes up the left side, and it's going to be close. Let's see what they say. They're going to give him the first down as he got it by about a half a yard. So it's going to be 1st and 10 as Hudson, for the first time tonight on their first drive, is inside the red zone. And they're on the 16. Lipinski takes the snap, fakes the handoff, fires it quick to the left, got his man inside the 10-yard line. That was Mark Salem on the reception. Second down now and 5 as they got 5 on that first quick pass to the left side. Lipinski in the shotgun. Takes the snap, hands it off to Reno, goes straight up the middle, and he's going to be swarmed over after about 1 yard. It's going to bring up 3rd and 2 for the Explorers as they're inside the red zone on the Jackson 8-yard line. First drive of the ball game for either team as Hudson started with the football. There's no score. 9:40 to go here in the first quarter. Lipinski, this time he's going to go under center for the first time, and it's like he's got a stacked eye in the backfield. Takes the snap, hands it off to the back who goes straight up the middle. It's Reno. He dives forward for another first down, and it is now going to be 1st and goal. Jackson, players on the field.
Got a flag on the play there, Jay.
And players on the field are saying they got the football, but there was no possession marker.
Oh, there is no flag. The official threw the
nothing
for the fumble.
Yep, but Hudson came up with it, so they're going to hand it off to Reno again. He's going to bounce around there in the middle until he's finally brought down after maybe 1 yard, maybe no yards. But it's 1st and goal from the 5 for Jackson, or for Hudson. As we approach the 9-minute mark of the first quarter, still no score, as we're on the first drive of the ball game for either team. Hudson looking to the sideline for the play. They got a 2nd and goal from the 5-yard line of Jackson. They're going left to right.
Hudson's got so many different formations.
Lipinski in the shotgun. This time he just has Reno in the backfield with him. Takes the snap, drops back to pass, looks right, fires right. Reno came out of the backfield, caught it out in the flat for the touchdown, and Hudson is on the board first. Hudson did a great job of mixing up the run and the pass, different formations, different personnel going in and out, and they stayed in that no-huddle, hurry-up offense the entire first drive and kept that Jackson defense on their heels. And now they're going to set up for the extra point. And Xavier Paolo is the place kicker for the Explorers. As they're going to line it up, the extra point is up, and he's got plenty of leg as that thing's landing in Massillon out of the stadium. And it's good, 7-0 Hudson. And now it's going to be Jackson's turn as they're going to get the football for the first time here tonight, trailing 7-0 with 8:32 to go here in the first quarter. And we'll see if the Polar Bears can respond. And as I mentioned, we're going to see Carter Molman at quarterback, Chase Maurer running back, and the receivers. They got a plethora of receivers between Ben Blauner, Lucas Yoder, Will Sterling. And the tight end, Quinn Schneider. But first, they got to handle the kickoff. And Hudson's going to tee it up as Jackson will be going from right to left. The thing that they have to be careful for right now is going this direction. When the receivers look back for the ball in the air, they're staring dead into a bright sunshine. And there's the kick. It's going to be a line drive down the left side. And it's going to be fielded and dropped into the end zone, and it's going to be a touchback for the Polar Bears. So that'll come out to the 20-yard line where the Polar Bears will start their opening drive.
Time for Jackson to try to respond.
Yeah, because Hudson looks like they got it figured out on offense. At least right now, I realize that every opening drive is scripted. And Jackson took that time to kind of see what they were doing, and you just don't know. But you definitely don't want to give it back after that. And Molman's going to come out in the shotgun with 4 receivers, 3 to his left, 1 up top to his right. He's got 1 running back in the backfield with him. That's Chase Maurer. He's on his left hip. And now they're going to change formation after looking to the sidelines, bring one of the receivers in tight and the other one, and we're going to have a flag. And we're going to get a delay of game right off the bat. That is not what you want to see coming out when you had the chance to talk about it on the first offensive possession. So that's going to be a 5-yard penalty on the Polar Bears. And they're going to start 1st and 15 now from their own 15-yard line. Molman in the shotgun. He's going to have 2 receivers up top, 1 down here to the left now. He's going to keep Maurer on his left hip in the backfield with him. Takes the snap, hands it off to Maurer, who gets back. Wow. Faked it. Molman faked it, and I think he took everybody. Everybody was looking up the middle. But Molman took it all the way out to the 41-yard line. Big keeper going up the left side and right back to the line of scrimmage. Jackson's going to do the same thing as Hudson and go hurry up. Takes the snap, fires it immediately to the right. Got his man, cuts it inside to the hash mark, out to the 47, 48-yard line. 8:05 to go here in the first quarter. Hudson leads 7-0. Jackson with the football for the first time tonight, and they got a 2nd and 3 from their own 48. Molman in the shotgun, hands it off to Maurer. Tries to fight forward, and he's going to lose a yard. Maybe right back to the line of scrimmage is going to bring up 3rd and 3. Big 3rd down here for Jackson's offense because they are still on their own side of the 50 on this 3rd and short. Molman in the shotgun. 3 receivers. They see how the defense is sitting and then look over to the sideline for the audible. Back in the shotgun. Takes the snap, rolling left. Rolling left, looking downfield, dumps it off. It's tipped, and it's intercepted by Hudson. Nope, they're going to say incomplete, out of bounds. He caught it, but he landed with his back on the out-of-bounds line. That's going to bring up 4th and short. As Carter was looking to just kind of get rid of it, and then it was tipped at the line and almost intercepted.
Hudson really had everybody covered there. He didn't have anywhere to throw it.
And it looks like they're going to go for it on their own 48, 4th and 3. Carter in the shotgun. He's got one receiver up top, wide out to the right. Then he's going to move another one out there, and then he's got two down here to the left. So 4 receivers, and then Chase Maurer in the backfield with him. He takes the snap. Oh, he punts it away, one of those little pooch punts. It's going to land at the 21 and take it's going to take a Hudson bounce out to the 22 before the Polar Bears down it. So they go and punt it away on their first offensive possession. We got 7:04 remaining here in the first quarter as Hudson leads 7-0. And here comes Hayden Lipinski, and we'll see what kind of adjustments that Jackson defense made after that first possession, because they got to do something or Hudson's going to come right down the field again on them.
Yeah, if Hudson goes right down the field again like they did on their first drive, that's not good.
So Hayden Lipinski and his offensive crew back out there. He's going to have all 3 of his he's got 3 receivers to the right, 1 up top to the left. And he's got Reno in the backfield with it. And he's going to hand it off to Reno, who goes up the right side, gets nowhere. Jackson just knew that one was coming, and that's probably a no gain unless they gave him 1. They're going to say 2nd and 10 now for the Explorers of Hudson. Still no huddle. Still hurry up for Lipinski. Takes the snap, drops back to pass. He's looking left. Now looking right. The lefty throws it off to Reno in the flat, who gets running. He's out to the 40. He's going to be tripped up at the 44-yard line. A little screen play, but we got a flag on the play, and that looks like it's a coming back, which happens a lot on that kind of play in high school.
Might have had a lineman downfield there.
Yeah, those screen plays where it takes a little bit of time and you got to let it develop. So that was Joey Lyons, the offensive lineman for Hudson. That was the guilty party. And that's going to bring it back, which is good news for the Polar Bears because that went all the way out to the 44-yard line.
Hudson had that set up. Nice.
6:31 to go here in the first quarter. 7-0 Hudson. It's now 2nd and 19 as they're on their own, 14-yard line. So Lipinski in the shotgun, takes the snap, fires it to the left. He's got his man who's going up the right side. He's got one man beat, and then he gets tripped up out of bounds, out across the 30 to the 32-yard line. And it just took one play to eliminate that deficit of yardage, and now it's going to be 2nd and about 1 yard, or 3rd and about 1 yard. Right back to the line of scrimmage. Lipinski gets it to his running back, gets the corner. We got a flag on the play as they get past the first down marker. Well, we're going to check out the flag here, and it's going to be holding on the Explorers, and that one's coming back. So penalties starting to rack up a little bit for Hudson, which has now negated 2 really good plays for them, which is helping Jackson. But the problem is it's the penalties that's helping Jackson, not them stopping the plays.
As long as Hudson keeps running everything outside, it seems like they're going right down the field. They try to run something up the middle. Jackson usually got that snuffed out.
Yeah, and Reno Ferry, their running back, he's a bowling ball of a guy, but he can get outside and move it a little bit. He's got quick feet. He's a senior. And here we go, shotgun. It's going to be 3rd and 10 for the Explorers. Big 3rd down here for Jackson. They got to stop them to try to get this ball back with good field position. Lipinski looking over to the sideline. And we're going to have 3 receivers to the right, 1 up top to the left. And Reno in the backfield. That's going to be a false start. And as good as the first drive was for Hudson, it's the exact opposite when it comes to their discipline on this. So that's going to knock them back another 5 yards, and it's going to be 3rd and 15 for the Explorers as they're now going to be back inside their own 15-yard line again. Or inside their own 20, on the 17-yard line. So 3rd and 15, 6:07 to go here in the first quarter. Jackson trails 7-0, but they have the Explorers on a 3rd and long. Lipinski drops back to pass, looking downfield, and he pump faked, and he's going to be spun to the ground in the backfield for a huge Polar Bear sack. I believe that was Reese Myers on the sack, and that's going to bring up 4th and 21 from the 10-yard line, and the Explorers are going to have to punt it to the Polar Bears. And that's good news for Jackson. Might give them a little momentum.
Penalties killed Hudson there.
Yep, 100%. And right now, Jackson's got one man deep standing at his own 48-yard line. There's the snap. There's the punt. Gets it away. He's going to field it at the 48, back to the 45, to the 50. Breaks free into Hudson territory to the Hudson 45-yard line. Nice little return after he bobbled the initial touch of the football. And Jackson gets to start inside Hudson territory for their second offensive drive of the ballgame.
Yeah,
5:19 to go. Sorry, what's that?
I was going to say, Jackson, they need to put some points on the board here because I'm not seeing their defense really being able to stop Hudson, take away those penalties.
Yeah, if Hudson cleans it up, Jackson's got to hang with them here. We know that they have the talent to do so. It's just a matter of if they can execute and not make any mental errors. And here comes Carter Mulliman again in the shotgun. Takes the snap, hands it off. Nope, fakes the handoff to Maurer, and he's going to have to scramble. Here comes the blitz. He gets it up the left side, gains maybe 2 yards out to down to the 42-yard line of Hudson. It's going to bring up second down and about 8. He did it. They're going to give him 3, so 2nd and 7 with 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. He did a good job of getting out of trouble as he was under duress immediately, and he's going to stay back in the shotgun there. 2 receivers this time is going to come down to the left. One's going to stay up top to the right, and they're going to hand it off to Chase, who goes up the left side, got space, into the 30, hits the sideline, cuts it back in, and he's inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. Great run there by Chase Mowers. That's going to be a Polar Bear first down as they enter the red zone.
Looked like that defensive end might have got held on that play for Hudson.
So shotgun again for Carter Mulliman. Hands it off again to Maurer, straight up the middle. And he gets back to, he's turning those legs and he's pushing inside the 10. And then there's a late flag. That was a late flag that came in as the pile was getting pushed inside the 10-yard line. We're going to see who this is on. That came in late in the play.
Face mask.
So personal foul on the defense. It looks like they came in late and just tried to blow up the pile after the whistle. So it's going to be 1st and goal as they get half a distance from the 5-yard line. Polar Bears need to capitalize here with 4:20 to go here in the first quarter, trailing 7-0. Carter Mulliman in the shotgun. Chase Maurer in the backfield with him. Takes the snap, hands it off to Chase up the left side, bowls his way in for a Jackson touchdown. Chase Maurer in for the touchdown to cut the Hudson deficit to 1, and we still got the extra point to go. Jackson did a great job of capitalizing on that great field position. Joseph Bivietto is the kicker. And now we got a flag. I didn't see what it was. Got a flag before everybody got set for this extra point. And the referee's going over to talk to head coach Jay Rohr to see what he wants to do. So it must be on Hudson. So if they're going to move him half a distance to the goal, sometimes you'll see a team want to switch it up because they're closer and kind of go for 2. So that might be what they're asking him. Do you still want to kick the extra point, or now that you're a half a distance closer? It'll be assessed on the kickoff as it was an illegal substitution on Hudson. So nothing doing here. So we'll go through the extra point for the Polar Bears. And we're all set up. There's the snap, the hold, the kick, plenty of leg. And it is good. And the Polar Bears have tied it up at 7 apiece. So with 4:08 to go here in the first quarter, the Jackson Polar Bears and the Hudson Explorers are all knotted up at 7 apiece. And now it'll be Hudson's turn again. We'll see if they've done anything to clean up that second offensive drive where they were just riddled with penalties. Of course, their defense got riddled with them as well, which kind of helped Jackson a little bit. But Jackson had some good plays from Chase Maurer to get into the end zone.
I said turnovers and big plays were going to decide the game. Penalties are starting to decide the game. Jackson, other than opening drive, first play, delay a game, been playing pretty clean.
Yeah, and then right after that, Carter ran it for 30 yards and got them out of that problem real quick, but nothing came of it there. But yeah, so we're going to see if Hudson can figure it out and play a clean series here.
Back to receive number 10, Jack Williams, and number 44, Reno Ferree.
Jack Williams and Reno Ferree back deep for Hudson, standing at about their own 2-yard line, one on the left hash and one on the right hash. And Jackson has it teed up, ready to kick it away. Ball is in the air, and it is going to be fielded about 2 yards deep in the end zone, and it's going to be a touchback. So Hudson is going to start this drive from their own 20-yard line. You're listening to High School Football, brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group, Week 2. Let's take a look at the SARTA scoreboard real quick while we have a quick second. Worcester's up 14-0 on Alliance. Massillon's up 14-0 on Glen Oak. Donald's up 14-0 on Malvern. I guess they all got the memo that we should all go up 14-0. So there we go. The SARTA scoreboard. We'll keep you updated throughout the game on the other scores. And Lipinski in the shotgun. He's going to hand it off fakes the handoff to his running back. And he's going to run it up the left side. And he gets out to the 25-yard line. A nice little 5-yard gain. It's going to bring up 2nd and 5 for Hudson. 3:50 to go here in the first quarter. We're tied at 7. Hudson with the football. They take the snap, fire it to their left side. Got his man, breaks one tackle, out to the 30, to the 31 until he's shoved out of bounds. That was Mark Salem on the reception for the Explorers. It's going to be 1st and 10, Hudson.
Those little quick hitters that Hudson throws to the outside.
What they're waiting for is somebody to jump, and they're going to go over the top. So you got to be careful with that, as they're going to hand it off to Reno. Tries to go up the right side. Nothing doing. Maybe gained a yard. It's going to bring up 2nd and 9. 3:10 to go here in the first quarter.
Massillon up 14-0 already. We expected that, though, right?
Yeah, I just mentioned that when I was going over the SARTA scoreboard. Yeah, I'm surprised it's only 14-0. Lipinski drops back to pass, looking left. Now he's scrambling right. The southpaw is going to fire it down the field. Got a man. Hit him at the 30 of Jackson. What a great job putting air under that ball on the run. And he's a lefty going to his right, so he had to throw across his body. And to have that kind of air and that kind of touch, what a beautiful pass from Hayden Lipinski, as it's going to be 1st and 10 from the Jackson 29-yard line. Lipinski takes the snap, hands it off to Reno up the right side, and he's going to waltz his way in for a touchdown. Hudson easily back on top, 13-7 with an extra point still to come. Reno, once he got free, he hit that sideline. There was nobody there to stop him. That was from about 28 yards out?
Yep, 28, 30, somewhere in there, yep. What a run.
And now we're going to get the extra point attempt from the Explorers. So the 2 times that they've scored, they've done it easily. And they've done it in a hurry. And the one time they didn't, it was their fault from all the penalties. So here's the extra point, kicks up, plenty of leg, and it is good. It is now 14 8-7 Hudson with 2:37 to go here in the first quarter. And now it's Jackson's turn to see if they can respond. Hudson's just doing a great job on offense of keeping that Jackson defense guessing and on their heels.
Hudson really mixes it up really, really good. That pass play when he hit the big one, rolling to his, what's that, right, throwing back.
Yeah.
There was just no rush, really.
Yep. So Hudson's going to boot it away to the Polar Bears.
Jackson's got to get it figured out on defense.
Yeah. I mean, unless they want to get in a track meet and their offense can keep scoring, then let's just have a day. Let's just have a track meet here, baby. I'm for it.
Yeah.
And there's the boot. High and deep, 2 yards deep into the end zone. And it'll be a touchback for the Polar Bears as they will start from there. Own 20-yard line again. 14-7, Hudson on top with 2:37 to go here in the first quarter. Q92radiosports.com and the Q92 Sports YouTube channel. 7 games every Friday night on the Q92 Sports Network. And here comes Carter Molman and his offensive crew. 2 receivers to the left, 1 up top to the right. Chase Maurer in the backfield with him. He takes the snap, hands it off to Maurer, and Hudson was all over it. They had 3 guys in the backfield just as he was getting the handoff. Nothing Chase can do about that as he's going to lose yards. He's going to bring up second and about 12. Actually, lost 3 yards on the play. So Carter back in the shotgun. Takes a snap, drops back to pass. Here comes the rush. He steps up, fires it deep. Receiver fell, nobody there. Incomplete, and we're going to get a flag on the play, and that might end up being a defensive pass interference on the Polar Bear, or on the Hudson Explorers, which is going to bail out Jackson. Hudson fans are saying that was incidental. Should have been no flag, but see what they say. Yep, pass interference on the defense. So that's going to move Jackson up 15 yards and give the Polar Bears a first down with 2:04 to go. This is a slow-moving first quarter. You would think
a lot of action.
Yeah, and here's the thing: is it's been no huddle, hurry up offenses. You think that clock would keep moving?
Yep.
I mean, I'm here. I'll stay here all night. I'm here for it. I don't care. Hey, I ain't got nowhere to be.
Me either.
Here we go. Shotgun for Carter Molman. 1st and 10 now from their own 32. Takes a snap, drops back to pass. Here comes the blitz. They got Maurer in the flat on the screen. He's out to the 40. Cuts it outside to the sideline, and he's going to be run out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Another first down for Jackson. Now that's how you combat the rush.
Yep, they let all 4 of those D linemen right in there and threw it right over their heads.
Yep.
Perfect execution on that screen.
Under 2 to play here in the first quarter. Jackson right back to it. Carter drops back to pass again. Looking downfield, fires it over the middle. Got his man inside Hudson territory. He's off to the races down to the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 Polar Bears at the Hudson 30, and now they're moving it. Right back to the line of scrimmage in the shotgun again. Mullivan takes the snap, looks left, fires it left. He's going over the top. Got his man. Touchdown, Jackson. Ben Blonner. Big time response from the Polar Bears. That was from 30 yards out, and I gave praise to Lipinski at Hudson. And now we're going to give it to Jackson's Carter Mulliman as he put some sauce on that ball, laid it up high, and let it drop into the bucket over top of the defense for the Ben Blonner touchdown catch. Extra point on its way for the Polar Bears. Up, plenty of leg, and it's good. We're tied at 14. 1:39 to go here in the first quarter. 14. That number 14's all over the SARTA scoreboard right now, and we just added double to it. Might have to add that to my lottery numbers. If I played the lottery, can't win if you don't play. $14 all. 1:39 to go. Jackson and Hudson knotted up here in the first quarter at Robert Fife Stadium. This is the Jackson Polar Bears home opener after starting week 1 at Chardon. They were one of the Thursday games in the opening week, which is always unique.
Your item is in the main press box on the home side of the field.
All right. We got our first announcement of somebody that lost something. Come retrieve it from. We can always hear the stadium PA announcer talk, and it's always, come get your kid, or come get your keys, or here we go. And there's the kick. It's going to be in the air up the right side. It's going to be fielded at about the 6. And he gets out to the 10, to the 15, to the 16-yard line. So Hudson's going to start 1st and 10 from their own 16-yard line with 1:32 to go here in the first quarter, and we're all tied up at 14. Don't forget to stick with us during halftime as we have the CSE Federal Credit Union halftime show, where we will listen to the highlights of the first half, go around and hear the other scores from the SARTA scoreboard, and we'll have a news break with Jeff Mears. All coming up on the CSE Federal Credit Union halftime show. Of course, we got to get out of the first quarter before we get anywhere. So here we go. Lipinski in the shot. Takes the snap. And fakes it to Reno, and he's going to try to run it, and Jackson was not biting. As he got maybe a yard, it's going to bring up 2nd and 9. Thank you guys for spending your Friday night with us here on the Q92 Sports Network. We always appreciate our patrons. Lipinski in the shotgun, takes the snap, drops back to pass. He's looking right, rolling left. Fires it left, but he dumps it short and out of bounds of his intended target. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and 7. Big 3rd down here for both Hudson and Jackson, as Hudson wants to keep this track meet going in their direction, and Jackson would love to be able to get the football with a chance to take the lead for the first time tonight. Lipinski in the shotgun, takes the snap, drops back the pass. Fires it to the left side, got his man wide open in the flat, and they're going to shove him out of bounds at the 26-yard line. And I believe he's got the first down just by a yard. Yep, and he did. They finally marked it 1st down and 10 for Hudson. Right back to it as we're under a minute to play here in the first quarter. Lipinski takes the snap, hands it off to Reno, bowls over the guy in the middle, and topples down anyway. It's going to be about a 3-yard gain, out to about the 30. And that's going to bring up 2nd down and 6 as they gave him 4. Lipinski drops back the pass, looking left, fires it left, got his man, Benjamin Hegedish, and he gets out to the 31-yard line. And that's going to bring up 3rd down. It's quite a name. Hegedish. 3rd and 5 now for Hudson. 13 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Very well could be the final play of the first quarter. Lipinski takes a snap, fakes the handoff, drops back to pass, fires it over the top, looking for his man off of his fingertips. Incomplete. And that's going to end the first quarter. We're all tied up here. Jackson 14, Hudson 14. You're listening to High School Football, brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group.
And that's the end of the first half. The score, your financial stress 50, your wallet 0, and your checking account requesting some second half adjustments.
Great teams make adjustments and come back stronger. If you're in need of a new financial partner, it's time to make a change too. At CSE Federal Credit Union, we're here to help you win with your finances. Whether you're working on paying down debt, building savings, or planning for what's ahead, our team's ready to help you make your next play. Kick off your financial future at CSE Federal Credit Union and work with a team that delivers banking that means more.
Tired of rising gas prices and the cost of vehicle maintenance? Let SARTA do the driving for you. Whether you're heading to work, school, shopping, or a doctor's appointment, SARTA offers safe, reliable, and affordable transportation throughout Stark County. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride while we handle the road. Plus, with convenient routes and easy trip planning, getting where you need to go has never been easier. Ride smart, ride SARTA. Visit SARTAonline.com and get moving today.
This is head coach Jay Rohr from the Jackson Polar Bears. You're listening to High School Football on the Q92 Sports Network.
Back here at Robert Fife Stadium for the start of the second quarter as Hudson and Jackson are tied at 14 apiece. And we're ready to rock and roll as it looks like Hudson has the punt team out there, and they're going to go ahead and punt it back to the Polar Bears, who's got one guy standing back at his own 29-yard line. High punt, going to be fielded at the Jackson 30. And he only gets 2 yards on the return out to his own 32-yard line. And that's where the Polar Bears will start 1st and 10, and they're now going left to right. And now the quarterback will be staring into the sun. Here comes the sun. McDonald's up on Malvern 21-0 in the second quarter. And Massillon's up on Glen Oak 21-0 in the second quarter. The SARTA scoreboard, like I said, will keep you updated throughout. And Carter Mulliman, he's coming out with his 2 receivers to the left, 1 down here to the right, and Chase Maurer in the backfield with him. And here comes a flag. And another delay of game by the Polar Bears coming out, and Rohr is not happy. He's actually upset with the officials, saying that the play clock is getting started a little too quick. There's another one. We got another one. It was a wallet this time. All right, back to the line of scrimmage. It's 1st and 15 for the Polar Bears now, after that delay of game. And here comes Carter Mullivan. Intercepted! Hudson jumped the route. They're coming back the other way. He's got a convoy. He's inside the 20. Still on his feet to the 15. How he broke that tackle, I'll never know. And inside the red zone, Carter Mullivan went to throw it up top. The pass was short. The receiver never looked for the football, but the defender for Hudson did. And I believe that was Evan Wolanowski, the defensive back senior from Hudson. And now the Explorers are knocking on the door, starting 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Big play by the Explorers. 11:36 to go here in the second quarter. For the moment, we're tied up at 14. Lipinski in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Does the reverse with another back. And he is absolutely leveled at about the 8-yard line. And I believe that was Anthony Palucci, who was a wide receiver, and they faked the handoff to the back. And he came around on a stretch play, and then they're going to go right back to it, 2nd and 7. Takes the snap, hands it off to Reno, who stretches it out to the right, breaks tackles, and dives into the end zone for another Hudson touchdown. Reno Ferrari is on fire here tonight as he wants to make a case to be the Home Appliance Company player of the game. And Hudson retakes the lead after that interception. Was that Reno Ferry's third rushing touchdown?
He's got two rushing, one receiving.
Woo! Like I said, he wants that Home Appliance Company player of the game nod. I'll tell you what, he keeps that up. He's well on his way. And now what are we waiting on here? It's 20-14. Hudson just scored. It's going to be a delay of game on Hudson. And that's going to be on the kickoff. So it's not really going to affect the extra point, and the touchdown still stands. So a Hudson PAT still on the way. $11:04 to go here in the second quarter. Kicks up, and it's good. It is now 21-0. Hudson retakes the lead here at Robert Fife Stadium early in the second quarter.
That Reno's a load, isn't he?
Low to the ground, stout, built, solid.
Does not go down easy.
He doesn't even go down hard. You got to go at him extra, extra hard. He's like that blizzard, like when you go to Dairy Queen and they turn it upside down and nothing falls out. Same principle. So, Jackson's turn to respond. They couldn't take the lead because of the interception by Carter. And we'll see if they got some things cleaned up. I'd like to thank our sponsors, Sarshone Auto Group, the Home Appliance Company, Friends and Family Credit Union, Back 9 Indoor Golf, Canton Christian Home, Sarda, Gentlebrook, RG Drag. Because without our sponsors, there would be no broadcasts. So we appreciate you guys and thank you for your support of not only our broadcasts, but the schools and the communities that we all serve. And Hudson's back out now as they're going to have to kick it from their own 25-yard line after being assessed the delay of game penalty on the extra point. So Jackson has an opportunity to have some pretty good field position here as they're going to field it at their own 15. He's out to the 25 to the 30, and that's going to be about it as he falls forward to the 31-yard line. And that's where the Polar Bears are going to take over 1st and 10. Just an absolutely beautiful night. The heat's coming back next week, I saw. 88, 89. The humidity, I think, is going to start climbing again tomorrow night into Sunday. I wasn't ready for summer to be over yet anyway. Bring it. So here comes Carter. Mullman in the shotgun. This time they got all the receivers in deep, in tight. And they're going to pitch it off to the receiver who comes around the backside. He gets it out across the 35 to the 37-yard line. Nice little 7-yard gain for the Polar Bears. Going to bring up 2nd and 3. Jack Williams on the tackle for the Explorers, I believe. Shotgun for Carter. Takes the snap. Goes to hand it off to Maurer. And again, before Maurer can even tuck away the football, he's got two guys trying to bring him down. He's lucky if he doesn't fumble it, not by his fault, but just the fact that that offensive line's just getting shredded right now. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 7. So they went from a 2nd and 3 to a 3rd and 7, losing 4 yards on that carry. Maurer just doesn't have enough time to react. They're lucky they don't take that handoff right out of Mulliman's hands as he's going to go way up top off the left side, diving attempt there by Micah Regenball, incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th and 7, so we're going to see the punting unit for the Jackson Polar Bears, and unless they figure something out on defense, Hudson's going to be looking to go up 2 scores for the first time tonight.
Yeah, Hudson's in the backfield before Mulliman can even hand the ball off.
Yeah.
They're bringing a lot of guys, though.
So Crew Forbes, I believe, is the one out there getting ready to punt the football. Shout out to the Forbes family. High punt. And it's going to be fair caught at the Hudson 38-yard line.
Very important Jackson gets a stop here.
Yes. Very, very important. 9:46 to go here in the second quarter. Hudson leads the Jackson Polar Bears 21-14, and they got the football after the Polar Bear punt. They went 3 and out on that last series, I believe.
Glen Oaks on the board. Scored against the Massillon Tigers. Pretty impressive there.
I mean, if there ever is such a thing as moral victories. So here comes Lipinski. He's in the shotgun. They're going right to left now. 3 receivers, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. And Hudson's going to call a timeout, so we'll step away. You're listening to High School Football, brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
High school football exemplifies the true meaning of teamwork. At Friends and Family Credit Union, our team of local friendly professionals offer the same true spirit for our members with a wide array of products from vehicle loans to personal loans, family secure checking with ID Protect, mortgage, home equity line of credit, and more. For over 60 years, we have the game plan for your financial well-being. Visit any of our 3 convenient locations, online or mobile banking. Now, more than ever, it's time to bring a friend into the family.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Back here at Robert Fife. 9:46 to go. Jackson trails Hudson 21-14, and the Explorers have the football. So Lipinski coming out in the shotty. Takes the snap. Fakes the handoff, fires it to the left side, and knocked out of bounds. Great play on the football by Alex Height, the DB for Jackson. He went right at the hands, which is what they teach you to do, and did a great job of jarring that loose. So here's Lipinski again. Takes the snap. Hands it off to Reno, goes up the left side, churning those legs out to the 44-yard line. Faree. I keep pronouncing his name wrong, and I apologize for that. It is Faree. Lipinski takes the snap, fakes the handoff, rolls left, fires left, got his man. Anthony Palucci inside Jackson territory. That's going to be another Explorer first down. They are moving the football yet again.
Came open at the last second there. It looked like Lipinski was just going to throw it out of bounds.
Yeah, the rush was coming late. And right back to it. They're going to hand it off to Reno. Up the left side. He's gone. Even had time to look back. Another touchdown for Hudson and another one for Reno Faree. He went up the left side, got through that first line. The backside of the defense for Jackson was completely out of place. There was nobody there, and he just galloped into the end zone for his 4th. Yeah, you heard it. With 8:53 left in the first half, Reno Faree has 4 touchdowns.
Pretty impressive.
Extra point on its way. And it's up and it is good. It's now 28-14. Hudson on top of Jackson. And don't forget to listen to Q92 all next week to win tickets to the truck and tractor pools and the Derby Dog Demolition Derby at the Stark County Fair. Again, all week next week, tune in to Q92, 92.5 FM on your dial for chances to win. 8:53 to go here in the first half. Hudson has now taken a 2-possession lead for the first time here tonight, 28-14 on Youth Night in Jackson, one of their more popular nights as they have a great youth program. Tons of volunteers, tons of coaches that volunteer their time, their energy, and their passion for teaching the game and these kids. And it's always a fan favorite night here at Robert Fife Stadium.
Hudson definitely has a difference maker there in Reno.
He's something else, man. He's a nice combination of power and speed, and he's got great, great vision. Never keeps those legs still.
And he catches the ball.
Yeah, he's got one touchdown catch, as that kick is going to be a touchback for Jackson as they field it about 2 yards deep in their own end zone. And they're going to bring it out to their own 20-yard line, 1st and 10 with 8:53 to go here in the first half.
Jackson needs to put a little drive together here. Try to get some of this momentum back.
Yeah. Start a scoreboard. Lake up 13-0 on Boardman. And here comes Carter Mullman. Takes the snap. Fakes the handoff to Maurer, and he's going to run it himself up the left side. He gets tripped up after maybe 2 yards. Up his dive got him out to the 24, so we're going to say a 4-yard gain. It's going to bring up 2nd and 6 as he's now starting to learn that read option. He sees the guys coming right at Maurer, so he's keeping it himself and getting positive yards. This time he's going to hand it straight to Maurer. He's going to go up the left side, tries to bounce it outside, gets it across the 30. That's where he's going to be shoved out of bounds. They're going to say out of bounds at the 29-yard line, so it's going to be 3rd and about 2. Big, big 3rd down here for the Polar Bears. They're going to say 3rd and 1 after placing the football down on the carpet. 8:23 to go here in the first half. Let's see what they do. Mulliman takes a snap, hands it off to Maurer, straight up the middle, bowls his way through. He's keeping those legs churning out to the 35-yard line. That's going to be a Jackson first down. They needed that first down just like I need this sip of water. That's some high-quality H2O. Jackson right back to the line of scrimmage in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. They get Mullivan coming across the left side, up the left hash. Swings it out wide, out across the 40 to the 41-yard line. Nice little first down gain there. He's going to bring up 2nd and about 7. They're going to say 2nd and 4. I gave him 6 on the carry. 2 receivers now for Jackson. 2 out wide, 1 in the slot. They're going to hand it off to Maurer yet again. This time up the middle. Cuts it back to the left side, out to the 46-yard line. And they're going to go ahead and give him another Jackson first down.
Hudson doing a good job filling the hole there.
And Carter takes a snap, fires it immediately to the left side. Got his man who gets out across the 50 and into Hudson territory. That was Ben Blauner. Another reception for Mr. Blauner. And they are right at the 50-yard line, 2nd and 5 after that 5-yard first down reception. Carter takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Maurer. They're going to go up top again to the left side. In and out of the hands of the intended target as he was covered. Mike Regenball, great job by Lucas Orr on the defense there as he blanketed that receiver.
Boy, Hudson sure does substitute a lot on defense. Have you noticed that?
They did it on offense on the first drive as well. They
Run
must
3 on, run
Yep.
4 on.
Almost like a hockey line change.
It is.
That means they'll be extremely fresh come the late third, fourth quarter. So 3rd and 5 for Jackson right at the 50. Takes the snap. Carter's dropping back to pass. Fires it in the middle. Got his man. Down to the 40. Gets it outside to the 35-yard line into Hudson territory. Great play there on 3rd and short. As they move into Explorer territory, and they'll have 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Right back, no huddle. They're going hurry up. Carter takes a snap, hands it off to Maurer, straight up the middle. He's hopping along, breaks another tackle. He breaks free, down to the 15 to the 10. He disappeared. I thought he was down, and he popped out from the pile and just kept on going.
Hudson was still running guys on the field there.
That's why Jackson's going hurry up right now, as they want to combat that comfort. And it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 10. They get it to the left side. Inside the 10 to the 5. He runs it in for a Jackson touchdown. Ben Blonner again. That's his 2nd touchdown of the ball game. So Jackson not going away. And definitely not going away quietly. And now it'll be their turn for the extra point. 6:39 to go here in the first half. Hudson leads 28-20, pending an extra point by the Polar Bears. Snaps down, up, plenty of leg, and it is good. 28-21, Jackson cuts the deficit in half. Don't forget to listen to the Sam Berkwin Show live daily from 3 to 6 p.m. on AM 1310 WDPN and live on the WDPN Facebook and X pages, as well at the Q92 YouTube channel. That's Monday through Friday from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m., the Sam Berkwin Show. And our guy Sammy B is up in Uniontown tonight calling Lake Boardman. Last time we looked, I believe it was Lake on top, 13-0. Also, Mount Union football on AM 1310 WDPN begins September 5th at 1 o'clock with a huge Division III matchup as the Purple Raiders take on Wheaton. Catch Mount Union all season long with AM 1310 WDPN and AM 1310's Facebook and X pages. That'll be a big matchup there, first game. Mount Union heading all the way to Wheaton, which I believe is in Illinois. So stay tuned all year for that. And the Polar Bears and Hudson have their kickoff and kick return teams back out onto the field. 6:39 to go here in the first half. Hudson up 28-21, and they're getting the football back after Jackson cut the deficit in half. And there's the kick, kicking it deep. It's going to be fielded at the 5. Out to the 20. Breaks a tackle to the 30. Breaks another tackle to the 32-yard line. And you could probably guess who that is. And Hudson's going to start 28-21 from their own 33-yard line with 6:30 to go.
Reno doing it all, even returning kicks.
Yeah, unbelievable. Lipinski takes the snap out of the shotgun, fires it to the left side. He's got his man out to the 40, to the 41-yard line, and that was Mark Salem. It's going to be a first down for the Explorers. We have to remember that Jackson does get the football first in the second half. Takes the snap. This time they're going to hand it off to Faree, and this time, one of the few times, he's tackled only about 1 or 2 yard gain.
Quarterback was out there leading the way, blocking.
He's a big boy too. I don't have any statistics on their height and weight, but he's got to be 6'5", 6'6". And he's going to take the snap. And this time he's going to keep it after he faked the handoff to Faree, Reno Faree. but Lipinski takes it out to the 48-yard line. And that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6 for Hudson. Big 3rd down here for Jackson, as they'd love to get the football back with a chance to tie it, especially as we get late in the second half or second quarter. And they're going to fire it to the left side. Got a man inside Jackson territory, inside the 30, as he hit Anthony Palucci. And that's going to be a 1st down. Big 3rd down conversion there by the Explorers.
This Hudson offense is really good.
And Lipinski takes the snap, hands it off to Faree, goes up the right side, and guess what? He's gone. Unbelievable. Reno Faree, his 5th touchdown of the first half. An extra point still to come.
Lipinski will hold. Number 7, Xavier Powell will attempt the PAT.
An extra point still to come for the Explorers, as they now lead 34-21. And it's up, and it's good. It's now 35-21. Hudson on top. Unbelievable. Reno Faree. So here comes the so both kickoff teams are out there ready to rock and roll. 5:09 to go here in the first half. Hudson leads 35-21 on 5 Reno Faree touchdowns. Jackson's going to field it at the 1-yard line. Out to the 20, to the 25, spins free to the 28-yard line, and that's where he's going to be tripped up. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Polar Bears from their own 29-yard line.
Jackson's going to need to get one here before halftime.
Imperative.
If they could
They're
score
down
here,
14.
be down a touchdown, get the ball first in the second half, with them able to tie it, that'd be big. Cannot let Hudson have the ball again before the end of this half.
Absolutely. So Carter Mulliman in the shotgun. Takes the snap, hands it off, and guess who has no time?
Hudson
Chase
in the backfield
Bauer,
again.
Poor guy, through no fault of his own. He just can barely even get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Right back to the line of scrimmage for the Polar Bears. 3 receivers up top to the left, 1 down here to the right. Hudson jumps off sides. That'll help. It's going to bring up 2nd and 5, or 2nd and about 7.
Like you said, Hudson's D-line is staying real fresh, running guys in and out of there.
Yeah.
They just seem to be in the backfield the whole night.
I mean, they're back there waiting on the handoff almost. Carter Mulliman drops back to pass, in and out of the hands of his intended target, right to him. That was Ben Blonner, incomplete, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 8.
Screen was set up nice again there. Just went right through the receiver's hands. Luckily, no Hudson player was right there. Picked that off. Oh, Hudson read that screen perfectly. Jackson's going to have to punt it away.
It's now 4th and 11 for the Polar Bears, and they're going to have to punt it back to Hudson. They got one guy back, Anthony Palucci.
Hudson's got plenty of time to score.
There's the snap. High punt again by Forbes. And it's going to be fielded at the 45-yard line of Hudson by Anthony Palucci of the Explorers. And that's where they will start this drive, 1st and 10, leading 35-21 with 3:49 to go in the first half.
What do you think, Jay? Definitely got to stop him here, huh?
Oh,
Can't
absolutely.
go down
You don't want to go down
touchdowns.
3 scores heading into halftime, but you have to stop Reno Farid. Guy's got 5 touchdowns, 4 running, 1 receiving, and he's doing a lot of the punt returns and kickoff returns. Lipinski takes the snap, fires it to the left side, complete to his intended target, Mark Salem. So they lost the yard there as his knee hit the turf when he went down to catch the football. And in high school, you're down immediately. But Lipinski and Hudson right back to the line of scrimmage in the hurry up. Takes the snap, hands it off to Reno Farid. Goes up the right side, gains about 2 yards. And that's going to bring up about 3rd and 9 with 3:19 to go here in the first half, with Hudson leading 35-21. Lipinski takes the snap, drops back to pass, fires it to the left side, got his man. Complete into Jackson territory to the Jackson 43-yard line. That again is Mark Salem on the reception.
Jackson brought the house there.
Again, Mark Salem on the reception. Lipinski, hurry up, hands it off to Reno Farid. That's Reno Farid, straight up the middle to the 38-yard line. Is going to bring up 2nd down for Hudson, and Jackson has an injured player in the secondary. And as they tend to them, we're going to step away. You're listening to High School Football, brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Northeast Ohio knows football, and Sarshone Auto Group knows Northeast Ohio. As an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, Sarshone Auto Group serves our community with the best selection and the best service. From Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and more. From the toughest trucks to the SUVs that fit your family. Sarshone Auto Group, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, and the place where Northeast Ohio comes to drive. Visit sarshone.com.
You're listening to High School Football, presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Back here at Robert Fife Stadium. As they're going to help. Looks like it's Anthony Corsi off the field. He's walking off under his own power. So that's positive. Again, 2:49 to go here in the first half as Hudson leads Jackson 35-21. And they have a 2nd and 4 from the Jackson 37-yard line. Hudson going right to left on your radio dial. Hayden Lipinski in the shotgun. 2 receivers up top to the right, 1 in the slot on the left side. He's got 2 running backs in the backfield, 1 on each side of him. And I don't know what we're waiting on. They're just kind of standing there. None of them's looking to the sidelines. And now they're going to break off of the line of scrimmage and rehuddle. There we got the signal from the refs to let the play clock start running, and I think that's what Hudson was waiting on. They never saw the play clock moving because the game clock is also moving. So now they're going to push those receivers up top to the right. There's two of them. Lipinski in the shotgun, takes the snap, fakes the handoff, pumps left, goes left over the top, and it's going to fall incomplete to his intended target, as Alex Height did a great job blanketing the receiver of Hudson for it to fall incomplete to be 3rd and 4. 2:30 to go until halftime. Again, don't forget to stick around for the CSE Federal Credit Union halftime show. And this time it's going to be Jay Rohr and Jackson taking the timeout. So we'll step away again. You're listening to High School Football, brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
What if your favorite golf course never closed? At Back 9 Indoor Golf, it doesn't. Enjoy 24/7 access to premium full swing simulators trusted by the pros. Practice before work, play after dinner, or tee up at midnight. No weather delays, just golf on your schedule. Visit theback9golf.com to book your free demo and use the promo code Q92 for a 50% off your first month. Back 9 Indoor Golf. Golf on your schedule.
This is head coach Jay Rohr from the Jackson Polar Bears. You're listening to High School Football on the Q92 Sports Network.
Back here at Robert Fife as both teams are coming out of the timeout with Hudson leading 35-21. And Lipinski in the shotgun. He's going to take the snap, fake the handoff to Faree, and then dump it off to the receiver up the left side. Benjamin Hegedish runs out of bounds at the Jackson 23-yard line. Another Explorer first down. Again, that was Benjamin Hegedish, the junior wide receiver / running back there, who came out of the backfield that time. And they're going to put him in motion back in the shotgun, 1st and 10. Takes the snap, hands it off to Reno Faree, who tries to stretch it out, and he's running backwards. And this time, Jackson dumps him behind the 30-yard line. Big loss for Hudson.
Jackson had that one all sniffed out.
2:05. 2 minutes now to go here in the first half. Lipinski in the shotgun, 2 receivers up top to the right, out wide, 1 in the slot on the left. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff. Lipinski's rolling right. Now he's running the other way, and he tries to throw it away. And did it get back to the line of scrimmage as it made its way out of bounds? And it's incomplete. There was a receiver in the area, so I don't believe there's going to be intentional grounding, but he almost took a 10-yard loss, although there is a flag now way back deep. And if that is on Jackson, that's catastrophic, because they now had him 3rd and 17, and instead, if that's roughing the passer, nope, they're going to pick it up. No flag on the play. So it's going to be 3rd and 17 for Hudson from the Jackson 31-yard line. (35-21), Hudson on top, 1:41 to go here in the second quarter. Hayden Lipinski takes the snap for Hudson, drops back to pass. He's looking left. Here comes the rush. They're diving at his feet, and they get him. It's a fumble, but it was caused by the ground after he was already down. But big sack there by the Polar Bears, and that's going to make it 4th and a mile. And the clock is running, so Hudson's not going to be in any hurry to get this thing away, or they may even go for it with where they're at on the football field. They're too far away for a field goal. Oh, no, they are going to bring out the punting unit, but we're going to have another timeout. And while we do that, let's talk about some other stuff. The Q92 Sports Network is proud to bring you Walsh University football, brought to you by Beery Cheese. Listen to Cavalier football all season long on the Q92 Sports Network, YouTube, and X pages. Our coverage began last night, where they took on West Liberty. But we'll be carrying Cavalier football all season long, a new partnership this season that the Q92 Sports Network is extremely excited about.
That was a big stop right there by Jackson. They had to stop him there.
Especially with 1:20 to go until halftime, and they get the ball first in the second half. And they're going to punt it away, and they're going to whistle it dead as the ball goes to the sky. And we're going to hear what the referee has to say what that flag was all about, or what the whistle, the dead man whistle was. Couldn't hear them.
Adding time to the game clock.
So 4th and 31 for Hudson. They're going to keep that punt team out there. Jackson has one guy deep, standing at his own 10-yard line. Comes the snap, the rush. They dive for it. Couldn't get it. And Jackson's going to field it at the 11. And he gets it out to about the 17-yard line, and that's going to be about it. And they're going to start 1st and 10 there with 1:10 to go here in the first half as the Polar Bears trail 35-21.
I don't think I'd get too crazy here if I'm Jackson.
No, it's one of those things where you try the safe gamble. If something works on it, then you build off of it and maybe start using timeouts or whatever. But I can tell you right now that they want to get in there and regroup. And they're going to try that bubble screen there, and it gets out to the 21-yard line, and that's about it. So it's going to be 2nd and probably about 9, as that was, I didn't see the number on that. Micah Regenball was on the reception there, right back to the line for the Polar Bears. Carter Mulliman steps up in the pocket, and he's going to take off running, heading towards the sideline, and he gets out of bounds at the 35, 36-yard line. That's going to bring up a 1st and 10 for the Polar Bears with 41 seconds to go. And he ran out of bounds, so that should stop the clock because we're inside 2 minutes here in the second quarter. Now Jackson can think about making some moves, as I believe they have 2 timeouts remaining. With 41 seconds to go here in the first half, trailing 35-21, you got to try something.
Yeah, if they could score 7 here before half, that'd be great.
Carter drops back the pass, looking over the middle. Here comes the rush. He's taken off to the right again, out across the 40, out across the 50, and he's going to run out of bounds again at midfield. Another 1st down for Jackson.
He moves pretty good for as tall as he is, don't he? Got deceptive speed.
So Mulliman drops back the pass. He's under duress. He gets it off, complete to his receiver at the 41-yard line. So Jackson downed the ball after that to stop the clock with 18 seconds to go. It's going to be 3rd and 1 as they are in Hudson territory on the Hudson 41-yard line.
Got to run something here to pick up the 1st down.
Carter Mulliman in the shotgun now for Jackson. Going left to right. Takes the snap, drops back the pass. Mulliman is going to be swarmed under in the backfield for a sack.
There's going to be a quarterback draw there, and Hudson.
Cooper Sullivan on the tackle there for Hudson. It's going to bring up 4th and 1 with 12 seconds to go. And I believe Jackson used the timeout as they're heading over to the sideline. They might try a Hail Mary pass here. We're going to step away for a quick commercial break. You're listening to High School Football, brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
And that's the end of the first half. The score, your financial stress 50, your wallet 0, and your checking account requesting some second half adjustments.
Great teams make adjustments and come back stronger. If you're in need of a new financial partner, it's time to make a change too. At CSE Federal Credit Union, we're here to help you win with your finances. Whether you're working on paying down debt, building savings, or planning for what's ahead, our team's ready to help you make your next play. Kick off your financial future at CSE Federal Credit Union and work with a team that delivers banking that means more.
Back here out of the timeout for both teams. Carter's going to drop back to pass, fire it to the right side, little hook and ladder, and they toss it to nobody. Hudson picks it up, they're going the other way, and then they're shoved out of bounds. And they'll have 4 seconds left if they want to try to give it a go. They tried the old hook and ladder, and it didn't work as the pitch backwards to the crossing receiver. We couldn't see the numbers from this far away as there's only 2 of us. So Hudson's going to start right at the 51st and 10. This is when you wished you worked for ESPN, because then you'd be able to have a bunch of guys in your ear telling you the numbers. They have spotters. There's 2 of us way across the other side of the field. Sometimes it's tough to see numbers. You know what I'm saying, Steve?
Yeah, those white numbers on those black jerseys.
I mean, just you got a million people in the pile. Sometimes it just doesn't hit your angle. Hayden Lipinski in the shotgun. Drops back to pass. He's going to look downfield. And he's going to take off running. He's going to dump it off in the middle. He's got Reno Faree off to the races. He gets the corner.
Oh,
Reno Faree, his 6th touchdown. Last second of the half. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Reno Faree with his 6th touchdown for the Hudson Explorers in the first half. And they have the extra point coming, but he's got 6 touchdowns, 4 running, 2 receiving. And this Hudson crowd is going absolutely bonkers as the extra point is good. 42-21 to end the first half here at Robert Fife Stadium in Jackson. We're going to step away, and when we come back, we will have the CSE Federal Credit Union halftime show, where we will look over the SARTA scoreboard and the highlights from the first half of this one. We got lots of them. You're listening to High School Football, brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Rodney Newens-Wonder with Home Appliance Company in Madison, Ohio. At Home Appliance, our experienced in-house service team is here to help you make the right appliance decision for your home. If it can be fixed, we'll help you fix it. If it's time for something new, we'll help you find the right appliance for your home and your budget. The next time you need appliance service, or you're ready to replace one that's beyond repair, we'd love to welcome you to Home Appliance Company in Madison, Ohio.
Tired of rising gas prices and the cost of vehicle maintenance? Let SARTA do the driving for you. Whether you're heading to work, school, shopping, or a doctor's appointment, SARTA offers safe, reliable, and affordable transportation throughout Stark County. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride while we handle the road. Plus, with convenient routes and easy trip planning, getting where you need to go has never been easier. Ride smart, ride SARTA. Visit SARTAonline.com and get moving today.
Make sure you're following Q92 Sports on social media. We bring you the absolute best in local sports news, live play-by-play action, exclusive player and coach interviews, game day photos, and so much more. Never miss an update. Just search and follow at Q92 Sports across all your favorite platforms and subscribe today. Stay connected to the teams, the games, and the moments that matter most. Q92 Sports, your home for local sports.
Hey, Purple Raider football fans, this is Sam Berkman, the voice of the University of Mount Union. AM 1310 WDPN is your home for Mount Union football all season long as they battle it out for another OAC title and a possible national championship. Listen live for free right here on AM 1310 WDPN, and you can also listen all season long on our official Facebook, X, and YouTube pages. Join myself and Ryan Bevere all season long for Purple Raider football right here on AM 1310 WDPN.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Back here at Robert Fife Stadium as we're at halftime. The Hudson Explorers lead the Jackson Polar Bears 42-21, and the Hudson Band is out on the field doing their halftime show for the crowd here tonight. And we are going to send it back to the studio for a news break. You're listening to High School Football, brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
More football action coming up in just a few moments. Right now, it's time for your halftime news, service of CSE Federal Credit Union. A 4-year-old girl found walking alone in Canton Township is back with her parents. The Stark County Sheriff's Office says the child was found Friday morning in the 4700 block of Cleveland Avenue South. Deputies say she appeared to be nonverbal. Canton police officer David Wolgamont was killed in a 2-vehicle crash November 10th, and now the driver involved will spend 44 more days in jail. 34-year-old Garth Haynes of Canton pleaded no contest Thursday in Canton Municipal Court. Judge Earl Wise sentenced Haynes to 90 days with half suspended after finding him guilty of vehicular manslaughter. Haynes also received 2 years of probation, 100 hours of community service, and a 2-year driving suspension. The crash happened on Cherry Avenue Southeast in snowy and icy conditions. 4 automated speed cameras now issuing tickets in East Canton. The cameras are on East and West Nassau Street, North Wood Street, and Lincoln Street Southeast. The traffic study found about 1,500 vehicles a day were traveling at least 10 miles an hour over the speed limit. The warning period ended July 8th, and the fine is $175. Officers review the photo and video before a ticket is mailed. 5 Nimishillen Township firefighters have been promoted to new leadership positions. Trustees approved 12-year veteran Christopher Hallis and his father, 30-year veteran David Hallis, as full-time captains at $29.05 an hour. 5-year veterans Travis Barton, Alexandria Brown, and Daniel Riggs were promoted to full-time lieutenants. The appointments are retroactive to August 22nd. Dan Flowers will step down as president and CEO of the Akron-Canton Regional Food Bank December 31st. After 23 years with the organization, more than 500 million pounds of food have been distributed to people facing hunger under Flowers' leadership. The food bank says Executive Vice President Katie Carver-Reed will succeed him January 1st. The board unanimously elected Reed, who's worked at the food bank for nearly 15 years. Flowers became CEO in 2003. More than 6,000 cases of cyclosporiasis have now been reported across Ohio this year. The Ohio Department of Health says 189 new cases were reported this week, a 55% drop from the week before. The outbreak peaked in late July with more than 1,400 new cases in 1 week. Residents in parts of Plain Township should expect mosquito spraying this week. The Stark County Health Department says crews will spray after 8 p.m. Tuesday through Thursday. Tuesday's area is between Mount Pleasant and Amarillo Streets. Wednesdays between Wicker and McDowell. And Thursdays between 29th and 36th Streets Northeast. Spraying could be postponed for rain, high winds, or cold temperatures. Beekeepers should take precautions to protect their hives. A new 16,000 square foot indoor riding arena coming to Pegasus Farm in Marlboro Township. A groundbreaking ceremony was held Wednesday for the project, which will expand therapeutic equestrian programs. The new facility will serve veterans and first responders, vulnerable youth, adults with disabilities, and people facing mental health challenges. Completion expected early next year. No spectators or fair workers were hurt after a semi crashed through a barrier at the Portage County Randolph Fair Thursday night. The incident happened around 11 during a grandstand event. Fair officials say a pro street semi broke away from the pulling sled and continued through the barrier at the end of the track. The driver was taken to a local hospital for evaluation and treatment. Newly released documents are raising questions about the decision to vent and burn tank cars following the 2023 train derailment in East Palestine. Models reportedly show the operation could expose nearly 18,000 people to harmful levels of phosgene, with more than 1,900 residents in possible death zones. By comparison, an explosion of the remaining cars was projected to place 29 people in death possible zones. The burn was ordered after one tank car's temperature increased 3 degrees, but investigators say the temperature dropped 12 degrees just before the operation and was trending downward. The NTSB later concluded there was no imminent danger requiring the vent and burn. More than 900 pages of documents also indicate the public and officials at the scene were not given the projections. A police officer will be stationed at the Knox School building Monday when it reopens after a threat investigation. West Branch School District closed the facility Wednesday after 3 online comments threatened violence at the building. Sebring police and the FBI searched a Sebring home and detained one person for questioning. Investigators still trying to determine who made the threats and whether criminal charges will be filed. A Masery woman will be sentenced at a later date after pleading guilty in Trumbull County Court. 37-year-old Courtney DeJulia was charged with 3 counts of child endangering. 2 others were also charged. The children's father, Mark Morrison, will have another hearing Wednesday. A grandmother, Nancy Dixon, pleaded guilty to a misdemeanor count and was sentenced to 1 year of probation. Police say a 4-year-old was walking around a neighborhood in March wearing only a diaper. Other children and a dog were found in the family's home in conditions described as deplorable. A new contract will give teachers in the Youngstown School District a 3% pay increase. The Board of Education approved the 2-year agreement with the Youngstown Education Association Tuesday. It runs through June 2028. District officials say the raises are covered by the current financial forecast for the next 3 years. The forecast shows a projected deficit in the 4th year. More high school football coming up in just a few moments. This has been your halftime news, a service of CSE Federal Credit Union.
Never miss a single moment of the action. Search for Q92 Radio on YouTube right now and hit that subscribe button. When you turn on alerts, you'll know the exact second we go live. It's your destination to listen to all of our high school and Mount Union sports broadcasts. Plus, you can watch the Sam Berkwin Show live weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. and catch exclusive interviews with local athletes, coaches, and insiders. Subscribe to Q92 Radio on YouTube today.
Hey, sports fans, if you love local sports as much as we do, make sure to head over to Q92Radiosports.com. Think of us as your home for local sports news, from high school to college all the way to the pros. We have area scores, local weather updates, and a quick and easy way to reach out and contact us. Best of all, it's the place to listen to all of our high school and Mount Union football games all season long. The home for Q92 Sports is Q92Radiosports.com.
Hey there, Rex Combs here, Rex in the Morning on AM 1310, inviting you to join myself, Jeff Mears, local news and sports, and Mark Johnson from the 3 News Weather Center in Cleveland, getting you up, getting you going, Monday through Friday from 6 to 10 a.m. We've got unforgettable favorites, music news, and more just for you. Rex in the Morning, where it's all about the music and the people who make it. Join us Monday through Friday mornings here on AM 1310 WDPN.
The sports stories you want to talk about, the guests you want to hear from. Get it all on the Sam Berkwin Show. Join the voice of Stark County sports weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. on AM 1310 WDPN for your ultimate local sports fix. You can also watch the show live daily on Facebook, YouTube, and X. Don't miss the Sam Berkwin Show. Weekdays at 3 on AM 1310 WDPN.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Back here at Robert Fife Stadium where it's halftime, and the Hudson Explorers lead the Jackson Polar Bears 42-21 as the Purple Army, the Jackson Polar Bears marching band, has taken the field for their performance. And now it's time to take a look around at the SARTA scoreboard for the other scores in the area, so I'm going to toss it over to my broadcast partner, Steve Gilbert.
Okay, guys, your SARTA scoreboard update. McDonald's up on Malvern, 33-8. Massillon in the third quarter, 31-7 over Glen Oak. Worcester up 20-18 on Alliance at halftime. Lake up 13-0 on Boardman. 7 minutes to go in the third quarter there. Green up 21-7 on Talmadge. Marlington up 21-17 on Northwest, early third. Strasburg Franklin 21. Steubenville Catholic Central 0 at half. Salem is up 14-7 on Canfield. Toronto 19, Newcomerstown 14 at the half. West Branch and New Philly 7-7 at the half. Indian Valley up 28-0 on Buchtel. Streetsboro up 14-7 on Manchester. Orville's up 22-0 on Trinity. Perry Panthers are up 27-0 on St. Vincent St. Mary. Fairless up 35-6 on Waynedale at the half. Hoover up 18-14 on Medina at the half. McKinley St. Ed's knotted up at 8 early third quarter. Ursuline's up 16-10 on Louisville. Canton Central Catholics up 19-0 on Mogador. Tuslaw's up 14-13 on Chippewa early third quarter. East Canton 14, Western Reserve 6 in the third quarter. Minerva 27, Springfield 0 at the half. And St. Thomas Aquinas up 7-2 on Wellsville at the half.
Okay.
There you have it.
The SARTA scoreboard coming your way. And we'll keep you updated on that SARTA scoreboard throughout the second half and through the end of the ball game. We're going to step away for another commercial break, and when we come back to this CSE Federal Credit Union halftime show, we're going to go over the highlights, a whole lot of them from the first half. You're listening to High School Football, brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Missed the big game? Don't worry. Q92 Sports has you covered. Head over to the Q92 Sports page on SoundCloud right now. From high school football, basketball, baseball, and softball to Mount Union football and basketball. We've got it all there for you to listen to in our massive archive that stretches from today's games all the way back to the launch of Q92 Sports in 2016. Follow Q92 Sports on SoundCloud today.
Answering the questions that your smartphone can't. Intelligence for your life.
I'm John Tesh, and we couldn't be happier about bringing you intelligence for your life every day and be the most productive worker in that drab office space. Work less, do more. I like that idea.
The John Tesh Radio Show.
Join me for music and intelligence for your life, 10 to 3, Monday through Saturday. Love this stuff. It'll help.
The John Tesh Radio Show.
Intelligence for your life.
Only on AM 1310 WDPN.
Make sure you're following Q92 Sports on social media. We bring you the absolute best in local sports news, live play-by-play action, exclusive player and coach interviews, game day photos, and so much more. Never miss an update. Just search and follow at Q92 Sports across all your favorite platforms and subscribe today. Stay connected to the teams, the games, and the moments that matter most. Q92 Sports, your home for local sports.
Hey, Purple Raider football fans, this is Sam Berkman, the voice of the University of Mount Union. AM 1310 WDPN is your home for Mount Union football all season long as they battle it out for another OAC title and a possible national championship. Listen live for free right here on AM 1310 WDPN, and you can also listen all season long on our official Facebook, X, and YouTube pages. Join myself and Ryan Bevere all season long for Purple Raider football right here on AM 1310 WDPN.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Back here in Jackson as the Polar Bears trail Hudson 42-21 at halftime as the Jackson Marching Band continues their halftime show in front of their home crowd. And now we're going to take a look back at that high-scoring first half. 42-21 Hudson, and it all started as Hudson started with the football, and they went right down the field, no huddle, hurry up, and this is when the Reno Ferree show started. Lipinski in the shotgun. This time he just has Reno in the backfield with him. Takes the snap, drops back the pass, looks right, fires right. Reno came out of the backfield, caught it out in the flat for the touchdown, and Hudson is on the board first. And they made the extra point to make it 7-0. And then it was Jackson's turn, and they tied it up with this. So it's going to be first and goal as they get half a distance from the 5-yard line. Polar Bears need to capitalize here with 4:20 to go here in the first quarter. Trailing 7-0. Carter Mulliman in the shotgun. Chase Maurer in the backfield with him. Takes the snap, hands it off to Chase up the left side, bowls his way in for a Jackson touchdown. Chase Maurer in for the touchdown to cut the Hudson deficit to 1, and we still got the extra point. And they did make that extra point, and that tied the ball game up. That's 7 apiece. And then Hudson and Reno Ferree happened again as he took it in from 30 yards out. And that brought it to 14-7 as the extra point was good. And Jackson wasn't done yet either. Back to the line of scrimmage in the shotgun again. Wilhelm takes the snap, looks left, fires it left, he's going over the top. Got his man, touchdown Jackson. Ben Blonner. Big time response from the Polar Bears. And that was a Ben Blonner touchdown reception from 30 yards out. Extra point was good there as well. And that made it 14 apiece. And the track meet was on from there. And then in the second quarter, after a Walensky interception for Hudson, Reno Ferree strikes again. Takes the snap, hands it off to Reno, who stretches it out to the right, breaks tackles, and dives into the end zone for another Hudson touchdown. Reno Ferree is on fire here tonight. And the extra point was good there. That gave Hudson the lead again. And after Jackson had a chance to tie it up, I believe they went 3 and out on that drive. And Reno Ferree, for the first time in the ball game up to this point, again gave Hudson the lead, but this time he stretched it to 2 possessions. And right back to it, they're going to hand it off to Reno. Up the left side, he's gone. Looks, even had time to look back. Another touchdown for Hudson and another one for Reno Ferree. That made it 28-14 Hudson, and Jackson decided that they've waited long enough and they wanted back into the game as well. So they went to Blonner on this one. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 10. They get it to the left side. Inside the 10 to the 5. He runs it in for a Jackson touchdown. Ben Blonner again. That's his 2nd touchdown of the ball game. That cut the Hudson lead to 28-21. And then I believe Jackson was about to get the football back, and Carter Mulliman threw the interception. And then Reno Ferree again from 40 yards out would make it 35-21. Snap, hands it off to Ferree, goes up the right side, and guess what? He's gone. Unbelievable. Reno Ferree, his 5th touchdown of the first half. That made it 35-21, and then he got another one as time expired in the first half from 50 yards out. As he was waiting in the flat, and Hayden Lipinski found him as time expired, and he ran it all the way in following blockers and guys on the defense out of place, and he runs it in. He's got 4 rushing touchdowns and 2 receiving touchdowns, and that's how we got to our 42-21 halftime score. So my buddy Steve over there. While both teams, Jackson's out, and they're starting their second half warm-ups. What do you think Hudson needs to do to keep this lead and walk to a 2-0 start?
Do what they're doing. Jackson really hasn't stopped them at all. Hudson punted one time. I think it might have been after all the penalties were called on him. But other than that, Maybe they punted one other time. Every other time they've went right down the field and scored. So Hudson, if I'm Hudson, I'm just doing what I'm doing. Jackson, they're going to have to find a way to stop Hudson and score right here out of the half when they get the ball, cut it to 2 scores. If they don't score their first possession out of the half and give Hudson the ball back, it's going to be really tough on them to come back.
Yeah, 1,000%. A lot of the stuff I was seeing is it just kind of looked like at times, especially on those longer plays, aside from Reno Ferree just being a man amongst boys tonight, a few times that secondary at Jackson seemed kind of out of place to help. Like they almost over-pursued the fake on the other side, so when Ferree would get free on the left side or the right side or whichever side he was going, once he got past the first line, there's nobody back there to help because nobody had angles. And you can look at Reno Ferree, and you could say, yeah, he's tough to bring down, but looking at him, you wouldn't think that he's that fast. And it's sneaky speed because he doesn't look the part of a speedster because of his build, but he's got the best of both worlds. Hard to see, low to the ground, stout, built, and those little legs will churn and get speed behind him. And I just saw a few times that Jackson's secondary was kind of a little bit out of place, made it harder to come back to the other side and kind of recover.
Jackson's got to stay home, not over pursue. And Reno, nobody's catching him. He's faster than he looks.
Way faster. And I'm insanely impressed with him. I mean, how could you not? 6 TDs in the first half? Come on now. You don't see that very often. And right now, he is the head and shoulders favorite for our home appliance company player of the game. I mean, unless somebody else comes out and does what he did in the first half, I don't know that there's I don't even know that there's a second person that I'm considering at this point.
No, I don't think so. I think Reno could call it a game right now, and if they win, be the player of the game.
Yeah. But there's a reason we play to the whistle. Because if Jackson can make the right adjustments, make the right plays, hold on to the football, and slow down this Hudson defense, you never say no. Because we saw last week at Chardon how good this Jackson offense can be.
I know Hudson's, like I've said, they're playing a lot of guys on defense. So
yeah,
I don't see them wearing down. I don't see them wearing down in the second half as far as getting in that backfield like they've been doing.
Yeah, I agree with you 1,000%. Both teams are out. Both teams have warmed up and are ready for the start of the second half here. Hudson leads 42-21, and Jackson will receive the second half kickoff as they deferred possession to the second half off of the coin toss. So, and I might as well mention it now. Don't forget to stick around after the final whistle. We'll have our post-game show where we'll go over the start of scoreboard, review the second half plays and the whole game in and of itself, and then we will name a home appliance company player of the game at that time. And now both teams are out there ready for the second half. Hudson has it teed up. They're going to be kicking from left to right, which means Jackson's going to be going from right to left here in the third quarter. The ball is in the air, and it's going to be 3 yards deep into the end zone for a touchback, and the Polar Bears will start the second half from their own 20-yard line. Again, thank you all who are tuning in for spending your Friday night with us here on the Q92 Sports Network, and thank you to all of our sponsors. Without you guys, both of you, sponsors and listeners, there would be no broadcasts. So we appreciate you. And here comes Carter Mulliman in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his right, 1 down here to the left, and he's got Chase Maurer in the backfield. Carter takes the snap, hands it off to Maurer, goes up the left side, out across the 25 to the 26 to the 27-yard line, and that's where he's going to be stood up and stopped. A nice first down gain there by the Jackson Polar Bears and Chase Maurer. And that's going to bring up 2nd and 2 after an 8-yard gain. Mulliman in the shotgun. 3 receivers this time up top to the right, 1 down to the left. They're going to hand it off to Chase again, and he's going to work his way through that middle of the line, up the middle again, across the 30 to the 33-yard line. That's going to be a Polar Bear first down, and they're going to move the chains, trailing 42-21 with 11:31 to go here in the third quarter. Right back to the line of scrimmage for the Polar Bears. Mulliman gives the handoff to Maurer. He's getting outside right across the 40, to the 45, to the 50. Tripped up and out of bounds into Hudson territory. Down to the Hudson 49-yard line, and another Jackson first down as it's Maurer time, as they've fed Chase so far every play of this opening drive of the second half. Mulliman takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Chase. He's going to keep it himself this time. Go up the left side, cut it into Hudson territory, down to the Hudson 35-yard line, and another first down for Jackson.
Looks like Jackson coming out of the half is just going to play some smash mouth football.
Right back to the line of scrimmage they go. Carter takes the snap, drops back to pass this time, looking downfield. Here comes the rush. He dumps it off to the left side. It's to Quinn Schneider, who gains about 2 yards before he is snowed under. It's going to bring up about 2nd and 9 as he got minimal yardage there on that completion. Mulliman back in the shotgun. Takes the snap, hands it off to Maurer, goes up the left side, breaks 1 tackle, gets out inside the 30, maybe to the 31-yard line. Another 2 to 3 yard gain there is going to bring up 3rd and about 7.
Heck of a block there by number 58, Angel Martinez. Pancaked his guy.
And it will be 3rd and 7. 10:34 to go here in the third quarter. Jackson driving to open the second half. Mulliman takes the snap. He's going to immediately roll right, looking right, fires right, got his man who had his knees on the ground during the reception, so there will be no forward progress. And he's down right at the 30-yard line. It's going to bring up 4th and about 6.
Huge play here.
And Jackson has to at this point. They're in that no man's land inside Hudson territory, so they're going to go for it. Big 4th down here for the Polar Bears. They need 6. 10 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Mulliman in the shotgun. 3 receivers to his left. Drops back to pass. Looking left. Fires over the middle.
Oh, he had
incomplete. He had a man open. He just overshot him. So that's going to be a turnover on downs, and Hudson will take over from their own 30-yard line for their first possession of the second half.
Guy was running free right down the middle. He just overshot him.
A little too zealous when he saw how wide open he was.
Big stop for Hudson there. Now the question is, can Jackson slow this offense?
This is going to be the big question of the second half, because they just showed that they can move the football, but they got to stop the movement to make any kind of headway. So Hayden Lipinski comes out in the shotgun. 4 receivers, 1 up top to the left, 3 down here to the right. Fires to the 1 in the flat. He drops the pass. The intended target was Ethan Hall. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 Explorers. 9:50 to go here in the third quarter. Hudson leads 42-21. And they have the football going left to right on your dial. Lipinski in the shotgun. This time 2 receivers in the back, or 2 running backs in the backfield with him. He's going to roll right, fire right. Got his man at the 41 for the first down, and he dips out of bounds. That was Parker Bazzelli on the reception for the Explorers. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 41. Right back to the line for the Explorers. Lipinski takes the snap, quick pass again, and again to Parker Bazzelli, and he gets out to the 45. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Boy, Hudson goes quick, don't they?
They do. Right back to the line for Hayden Lipinski. 3 receivers, 2 backs. They're going to hand it off to Reno Ferree. Tries to stretch it out the left side, and he's not going to get anywhere. He's probably going to lose 2 yards. So that's going to bring up 3rd and about 7. as I believe he lost a yard there. We're going to say 3rd and 8. He lost 2. 9 minutes to go in the third quarter. Right back to the line. Big third down for Jackson's defense. And they jumped off sides. About 3 of them did.
Little too anxious there. They were going on 2.
So Hudson's going to get a free 5 yards out of that and turn 3rd and 8 into 3rd and 2. Takes the snap, fires it left, and flag on the play, and they're going to give that 5 yards right back because that's a false start. That reminded me of when you're walking down an aisleway at like a grocery store and like someone's coming towards you and you're going towards them and nobody knows which direction to go, so you're like dancing like, hey, am I going left? Am I going right? Are you going right? Are you going left? It's kind of what they just did. One 5-yard penalty, the other one, hey, I will take that back.
5-yard penalty brings the ball back.
So 3rd and 7 now
Hudson will have
to the Hudson 44-yard line for the Explorers. Clock is running here in the third quarter. Hudson's not going to be in any hurry, up 3 scores, even though they do no huddle, but it's not like they go up there and snap it immediately. So Lipinski's going to take the snap, drop back the pass, looking left, fires left, and that's going to be incomplete and bring up 4th down as Lipinski took a shot as he let that football go. A little slow to get up, but he should be all right. And they're going to bring on the punting unit.
Well, that's a good sign for Jackson.
Yeah, there's a stop. There's a stop. And Will Sterling is going to be standing back deep for the Polar Bears at his own 15-yard line. The lone man back. There's the snap. Nice high punt there by the Explorers. It's going to be fielded at the 14. He cuts back to the 20, and that's going to be it. Hudson did a great job of getting down there.
But Reno even plays on the punt team.
He returned that one punt.
Yep.
Pretty good.
I mean, on the actual, when they do punt, he's running down there to make tackles.
I mean, what's his other position? I think is linebacker. Yeah. He also plays linebacker on the defense. So
haven't seen him there on defense.
I haven't called his number on defense yet, but I mean, if they have backup linebackers and your guy's that hot on offense, let him rest. Let him rest while he's getting those 6 TDs.
Yeah.
Well, now Mulliman here for Jackson's going to take the snap and hand it off to Chase Maurer straight up the middle. Breaks one tackle out to the 30, and he's submarined at the 30-yard line, but that's going to be a first down for Jackson. And now they're going to go right back to the line of scrimmage. They're the ones that need to go into the hurry up as time is not on their side. They're going to hand it to Chase again. Breaks another tackle. Breaks outright, out to the 40, 45. Another tackle out to the 50. That's going to be another Polar Bear first down. And I'm going to tell you what, Chase Maurer's come out with a plan here in the second half.
It looks like Jackson at halftime, Coach Rohr just told him we're going to smash mouth football.
Well, they changed their protection, too, which is helping for them getting the handoff off and Chase getting chances to get up the field. So you can tell that the protection has changed. I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to swallow my tongue before the end of this. Well, that's okay. Mulliman back in the shotgun. 3 receivers to his left, 1 up top to his right. Maurer on his right hip. 1st and 10 from the 50. Fakes the handoff to Maurer, looking downfield, rolling right, and he's just going to dump it away. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 as he just got rid of it as he had a guy on his heels. And that guy was Alex Weber. I'm sorry, it was 66. Joey Lyons who was making the pursuit of Carter. It's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Polar Bears. The important part is, number 1, he didn't take a loss. Number 2, he stopped the clock. And number 3, he did not turn it over. So positive. We're going to take those positives away from that play. And Mulliman's going to take the snap, hand it off to Maurer, who's going to try to get upfield, breaks 1 tackle, and there's just too many Explorers there. And he's going to lose a yard back to his own 49-yard line. That's going to bring up 3rd and 11. And we spoke too soon on that protection.
We sure did.
Well, I mean, they did bring the blitz, which kind of helped wreck the protection regardless. So, Jackson, no huddle, but they're looking over to the sideline for the play. 3rd and 11, 7 minutes to go here in the third quarter. They trail 42-21. Takes the snap. Mullivan drops back, fires it to the right side towards the sideline, a little bit too wide for his intended target, who was Michael Regenball. So that's going to now be 4th and 11, and we'll see what Jackson wants to do with it. It looks like as of right this moment, they're going to keep the offense on the field, but we know that Mullivan can just punt it away if he feels the need. So they're going to look at the protection. They got 4 receivers out there, 2 to each side.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to punt it.
And he did step back half a step and punted it away, and it's a good one if that can check up. And instead, it's going to roll into the end zone for a touchback, and Hudson's going to get it back out on their own 20-yard line.
What a difference from the first half, huh? Back and forth scoring. This half, punt.
They're
punt.
all probably tired.
Masslin's up 47-7 on Glen Oak. We all kind of expected that, right?
Color me surprised. And here come the Explorers offense. Hayden Lipinski in the shotgun. 2 backs in the backfield. Hands it off to Reno Ferree. Goes up the middle for 1 yard. Maybe no yards. It might be no gain. They're going to give him 1. So it's going to be 2nd and 9 for the Explorers of Hudson. 6:25 to go here in the third quarter. Hudson leads 42-21. All the points thus far have come in the first half by all teams, and Jackson again jumps off sides as that hard count on 2 is getting them every time right now. So that's going to go from a 2nd and 10 to a 2nd and 5. And now the scoreboard for Jackson decided he wants to take a nap. So Lipinski in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. They're going to hand it off to Reno Ferree, who goes up the left side. Shoestring tackle out to the 27-yard line. Great job by Jackson. I couldn't see the number.
Those to Reno's
Alex
big
Height.
runs are to the outside, aren't they? He doesn't get much up the middle.
Who's that?
Reno.
The last play, on first down, he went up the middle.
saying-
What he does is he'll go up the middle and then bounce it out.
Correct.
So that was Alex Height there on the good tackle. And we're having scoreboard issues here at Jackson. So we're going to step away for a quick commercial break. You're listening to High School Football. Brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Never miss a single moment of the action. Search for Q92 Radio on YouTube right now and hit that subscribe button. When you turn on alerts, you'll know the exact second we go live. It's your destination to listen to all of our high school and Mount Union sports broadcasts. Plus, you can watch the Sam Berkwin Show live weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. and catch exclusive interviews with local athletes, coaches, and insiders. Subscribe to Q92 Radio on YouTube today.
This is head coach Jay Rohr from the Jackson Polar Bears. You're listening to High School Football on the Q92 Sports Network.
And it looks like they got it back up and running. They just got a few numbers to put back up there, like the score of 42-21, Hudson on top. 6:06 to go here in the third quarter of this Week 2 out-of-conference matchup. And this time, Lipinski's going to go under center. What we got going on here? And they're going to do a little dive forward like the tushy pushy.
Didn't get much there. I don't know if he got that.
Jackson did a great job because they got inches. And now we got a cramp, a Jackson defender on the turf. And it looks like he's cramping up, which we know can happen this time of year especially. It's actually a Hudson player, I'm sorry, that's down there getting stretched out. Again, don't forget to listen to Q92 all week for your chance to win tickets to the truck and tractor pulls and the demolition derby at the Stark County Fair all week long with a chance to win. Anything new to report on the Sardis scoreboard? What we got here? Northwest up on Marlington, 36-21. McDonald up on Malvern, 41-20. What else we got here? Ursuline taking Louisville to the woodshed, 36-10. Alliance up on Worcester, 26-21. You mentioned Massillon up on Glen Oak, 47-7. Green up on Talmadge, 28-7. Great job by the Bulldogs so far in that ball game. A big 180 from week 1. And as I mentioned, we'll keep you up to date throughout the rest of this game on the Sardis scoreboard. And even during the post-game show, so stick around after this ball game as they're still out there. You got to get him a banana. Get some
pickle juice.
Yeah, there you go. So what do you think, Steve? You're 2 weeks into this thing. Steve's our newbie, although it's week 2, and I thought he did a phenomenal job in week 1 when we covered Akron Buchtel at North Canton last week. And Bonner was our home appliance company player of the game last week. And they're going to have the kid get up and they're going to hop him off the field. It looks like Ted Pollock is the player with the cramps as he's trying to walk it off. They took his helmet. Well, they gave his helmet back, so he's starting to, the more he works through it, the more he's walking normal, so that's a good sign. And they're going to give him all the water bottles now. And
that was a good defensive stand by Jackson there. Going to get the ball back.
Yeah, so they're going to bring out the punt unit on 4th and 2, just too deep in their own territory to want to try to go for it. And there's the punt. Ooh, he shanked it off to the side of his foot, and it's going to take a big Hudson bounce and a gamble there up at the 45-yard line by Will Sterling, who grabbed it at the 45. It paid off for him because that thing was running. It would have bounced all the way to the 30 to the 20. But instead, he stopped it, took the hit at the 45-yard line, and it's going to be good starting field position for the Jackson Polar Bears. Starting on their own 45-yard line, trailing 42-21 with 5:19 to go here in the third quarter. So Carter, Mulliman in the shotgun, 2 receivers to his left, 1 in the slot on the right. Chase Maurer in the backfield with him. And they're going to put 2 men in motion and bring them all to the left side. So an empty top side there on the right. They fire it left. In and out of the hands, but caught by the intended target, Ben Blonner. And he gets it out to about the 49-yard line of Jackson. So gained about 4 there, so it's going to be 2nd and 6. Back in the shotgun. This time they're going to send guys to both sides out wide. Hand it off to Maurer. Goes up the right side. Nope, they faked it. And it was Carter Mulliman. He runs it into Hudson territory, down to the Hudson 40-yard line, and that's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Jackson Polar Bears. And now we have a Hudson player down on the field. And they're going to tend to him, so we'll step away. You're listening to High School Football, brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Hey there, Rex Combs here, Rex in the Morning on AM 1310, inviting you to join myself, Jeff Mears, local news and sports, and Mark Johnson from the 3 News Weather Center in Cleveland, getting you up, getting you going, Monday through Friday from 6 to 10 a.m. We've got unforgettable favorites, music news, and more just for you. Rex in the Morning, where it's all about the music and the people who make it. Join us Monday through Friday mornings here on AM 1310 WDPN.
The sports stories you want to talk about, the guests you want to hear from. Get it all on The Sam Berkwin Show. Join the voice of Stark County sports weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. on AM 1310 WDPN for your ultimate local sports fix. You can also watch the show live daily on Facebook, YouTube, and X. Don't miss The Sam Berkwin Show. Weekdays at 3 on AM 1310 WDPN.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
And that was Cooper Sullivan, who was down on the turf for Hudson, and they had to help him up, and he's walking off under his own power just a little gingerly. So it is going to be 1st and 10 for Jackson Polar Bears with 5:07 remaining here in the third quarter as they trail 42-21. They are down to the Hudson 40-yard line. Mulliman in the shotgun. 2 receivers out wide, 1 to each side. He takes the snap and drops back to pass, looking downfield. Pump fakes and then dumps it off into the flat. And they're going to call that an incomplete pass as he looks like he shoveled it forward. He's kind of lucky there because that was open to interpretation. It's going to be 2nd and 10 for Jackson. He just doesn't have enough time back there to wait for receivers to break routes and get downfield. So it's either got to be quick hitters or he's got to take off.
Hudson's secondary is really good.
Yeah. And we were told that pregame that their back seven's just really, really, really good. So here we go. This time 3 wide out to the right, 1 down here to the left. Mulliman's going to take the snap out of the shotgun and hand it to Maurer, who goes straight up the middle and inside the 40 to the 37-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd and long for the Polar Bears. I would say 3rd and about 7. 4:30 to go here in the third quarter. Big 3rd down here for the Polar Bears. They would love to make some noise here in the second half to try to cut into this Explorer lead. Drops back to pass, looking downfield, fires it over the middle, too high, intercepted by Hudson. They're coming the other way. Carter Markey, 20, 10, touchdown Hudson on the pick 6. Carter Markey takes it all the way back for Hudson as Carter Mulliman was trying to hit a guy out in the flat, and it just kind of floated on him and right into the hands of the Explorers. And they return it for the touchdown. That might have been the backbreaker there.
That hurt.
48-21 Hudson, and an extra point still to come. And I don't know what's going on here. It looks like Hudson's going to take a timeout. So we'll step away. You're listening to High School Football, brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Missed the big game? Don't worry. Q92 Sports has you covered. Head over to the Q92 Sports page on SoundCloud right now. From high school football, basketball, baseball, and softball to Mount Union football and basketball. We've got it all there for you to listen to in our massive archive that stretches from today's games all the way back to the launch of Q92 Sports in 2016. Follow Q92 Sports on SoundCloud today.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Back here at Robert Fife Stadium in Jackson Township. Coming out of the Explorer timeout after their pick 6. Went about, what'd you say, about 65 yards on that?
I'd say 60, yeah, 60, 65. Once he caught it, the only guy that could catch him was the quarterback, Mulliman. And
he also had help.
Yep.
He had 2 blockers with him in the backfield. So Hudson still has this extra point to go as they lead 48-21 with 4:06 to go here in the third quarter. As they're taking their good old time lining this up. There's a snap, the hold, It's blocked. And I don't think in high school you can return a blocked PAT, huh?
I don't think so.
But it's blocked. There's a positive for the special teams unit, something to look at on film this week. So it'll stay 48-21. Hudson on top with 4:06 to go here in the third quarter. And Jackson will get the football. And they're trailing by 27. And if Hudson scores again, field goal or more, it's going to be a running clock situation. And like I said, even with that blocked extra point, I feel like that pick six was probably the backbreaker for Jackson.
It's going to be tough. Going to be tough for Jackson to score 4 touchdowns. The harder part's going to be stopping Hudson from scoring anymore.
Yep. And really, the only thing I'm thinking is you don't want Reno Ferree to get to 10. I mean, that's 6 in the first half.
Yep.
I mean, that's not a conversation you want to have in the halls on Monday morning, right?
Not in Jackson. Be a good conversation in Hudson, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Imagine him walking through the school halls Monday.
He wouldn't be walking. They'd probably be carrying him. So here we go. Hudson ready to kick it back to the Polar Bears. And he's going to boot it. It's going to be fielded right at the 1-yard line. Out to the 20. Burst through the line to the 30-yard line. And if he would have gotten through that last tackle, Micah Regenball would have taken it to the house because he burst through that thing like a rocket. So Jackson's going to start 1st and 10 from their own 31-yard line, trailing 48-21. Looks like Jackson's fan base has kind of made their way out of here after that pick six. Fans are it's about half empty now, and you can see the red lights. Hudson, on the other hand, they got a long drive home, but it's going to be a joyous one if this keeps up. Mulliman takes a snap, hands it off to Maurer. Little stop jump, and he's going to take off up the left side, out to the 50, and he's tripped up. It's going to be a 1st and 10. Great run there by Chase Maurer on 1st down. Out to the 50-yard line, 1st and 10. Right back to the line for the Jackson offense. Mulliman takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Maurer, keeps it himself, and then throws it over the head of Will Sterling, his intended target. Mulliman a few times tonight he's either overthrown a guy, led him too much to the right, or it's kind of floated on him.
Yeah, he had him wide open there. Just airmailed it.
Yep. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 10 from the 50. 3:38 to go here in the third quarter. Hudson leads 48-21. Mulliman takes the snap, hands it off to Maurer, goes up the right side, cuts it out right a little further, down to the Hudson 40-yard line. And that's going to be 3rd and about 1 for the Polar Bears. Mulliman in the shotgun again, takes the snap. This time he's going to drop back to pass. Here comes the rush, and he's going to try to throw it over the top. And in and out of the hands of his intended target. And that's Micah Regenball. And that's going to bring up 4th and 1 from the Hudson 39-yard line. And Jackson's probably going to go for it here as they're in Hudson territory. And it's such a minimal gain needed, and they're so far behind here in the third quarter. Let's see what they decide to do. They're going to put 2 receivers to the left, 1 up top to the right. Maurer in the backfield with Mulliman in the shotgun. Takes the snap, hands it off. No, fakes it to Maurer, and then he dives forward for the 1st down. And he actually went down untouched, and he's grabbing his knee. Carter Mulliman. And he's going to give it himself up. That was scary there for a second because he just that left knee just kind of folded.
Yeah,
Luckily, he got to the first down marker.
He barely got to past the first down marker.
And he's going to stay in.
Cramp, maybe.
Could be a cramp. It looks like he's got a little wrap on that left knee. Nothing major. But he's going to take the snap after the first down and hand it off to Maurer, who's going to try to bounce it all the way outside to the right, and he's going to dive forward for about 3 yards. They're actually going to say 2 yards, so it's going to be 2nd and 8 for the Polar Bears as they're down to the Hudson 37-yard line.
That was a heck of an open field tackle by number 9 there.
Yeah, he dove and caught that leg, and if he hadn't, Maurer was going to still be running because there was nobody out there. The wide receiver up there cleared that side out. They're going to hand it off to Maurer again. Takes one hit, bounces forward, breaks free, cuts free again inside the 20. Off to the races to the corner. Dives at the pylon. Touchdown, Jackson. Chase Maurer runs it in from about 37 out to give Jackson some life here in the third quarter. 48-27 with just under 2 minutes to play here in the third. And let's see what Jackson decides to do, if they want to go for the extra point or go for 2, and it looks like they want to go for 2 because they're bringing Carter Mulliman back out and the offense. And they got a tight end in the slot. And they got 2 receivers out to the left, 1 in tight on the right side. Mulliman takes a snap, drops back the pass, fires it to the left side. Got Chase Maurer, dives forward, 2-point conversion good.
2-point pass is complete from Mulliman to Maurer. Making the score, Hudson.
So it's now 48-29. If they can get a stop, it gets a little bit interested. 1:59 to go here in the third quarter. Hudson still leads 48-29. Tell you what, if something happens here and Jackson turns this thing around, I want every name of the fans that left.
Yep, gave up on their team. Jackson's got to stop Hudson here, though. We're going to have to see how that goes.
Yeah, 48-29. We keep this in mind just in case. Hudson missed their extra point they had it blocked on their last touchdown. Jackson went for 2 and got it on this one. So
19-point down.
Yeah, went from 27 to 19. The deficit, that is. So Jackson's going to tee it up and kick it back to the Explorers, and we're going to see if that Jackson defense can pin their ears back and get something done. There's the boot. It's going to be fielded at the 2. Out to the 10, coming up the right side to the 15. There's a flag on the play. Another flag on the play. 1 from the back judge, 1 from out towards midfield. So we're going to see. It's going to be on Hudson.
Blatant block in the back there.
So that's going to be, yep, you called it there, Steve, an illegal block in the back on the return team. So Hudson's going to have to start deep in their own territory, which again favors the Polar Bears. They can grab that momentum and run with it. That would be huge for Jackson. 1:52 to go here in the third quarter. This game has crawled.
It has.
I mean, I'm not complaining, but it's just very noticeable of how slow this game's moving.
All the scoring, too, huh?
Yeah.
Seemed like last week's game crawled, too, didn't it?
At the beginning, because remember that kid got hurt and he had to be carted off, so that took a big chunk of time. So it looks like Hudson's going to have to start 1st and 10 after the penalty at their own 6-yard line. But they lead 48-29. Lipinski's in the shotgun.
I don't see Reno back there.
Takes the snap. They're going to hand it off to the back. And he gets it out to the 7-8 yard line. And that is Jack Williams, who's a junior, listed as a wide receiver and a defensive back, but that time they had him playing kind of in the slot, and then he came across like the jet. Yeah, they got Reno Faree over here on the sidelines. He's got his helmet, but he's standing next to a trainer, so I'm wondering if he's cramping up a little bit. And there's Jackson. They jumped off sides on a 2nd and 7, and that's going to give Hudson a 2nd and 2. So they're making it easy on the Explorers. It looks like he's trying to work through some cramps because the way he's just kind of flexing his legs in certain places.
This is a good series to give him a break.
Oh, 100%.
Yep.
100%. Because it's 2nd and 2 now. The clock is running. And again, Hudson, they don't huddle, but they're not in any hurry. So 2nd and 2 from their own 14. Lipinski fires it out to the 20. He's got his man who gets out to the 25.
That quick pass has been there all game for Hudson.
Yeah, that was Keswick Ritley on the reception for the Explorers. I think Jackson's secondary is just scared to give up the big play.
It sure seems like it because that.
And Hudson's kind of waiting for him to jump it because then you know there's going to be that double move. And I've seen one double move so far, and it didn't work out. I don't even think they looked that way. So now we're under a minute to play here in the 3rd quarter. Lipinski in the shotgun. Yeah, he's watching the play clock, and then he's going to hand it off. And up the left side goes the running back, trying to see which running back it is because Reno's still on the sidelines. Jack Williams again, I believe. Ethan Hall leading the way.
Should be the end of the quarter.
So I don't think they're going to snap another play here in the 3rd quarter. And we're going to head to the 4th with Hudson leading 48-29. We're going to step away for a commercial break. You're listening to High School Football, brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Answering the questions that your smartphone can't. Intelligence for your life.
I'm John Tesh, and we couldn't be happier about bringing you intelligence for your life every day and be the most productive worker in that drab office space. Work less, do more. I like that idea.
The John Tesh Radio Show.
Join me for music and intelligence for your life, 10 to 3, Monday through Saturday. Love this stuff. It'll help.
The John Tesh Radio Show.
Intelligence for your life.
Only on AM 1310 WDPN.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Back here at Robert Fife Stadium in Jackson Township, Massillon, Ohio, technically the mailing addresses. As we're getting ready to start the 4th quarter, Hudson leads 48-29, and they have the football. So they're really going to be, they are really going to be kind of working this clock. So here comes Hayden Lipinski in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his left, 1 up top to the right. Takes the snap, hands it off to the running back who goes up the left side, and that looks like Jack Williams again. As after 6 touchdowns and a few series in the 2nd half, it looks like they're going to let Reno Faree take the rest of the night off as he's earned it. I'd be surprised if they have him come back in, just kind of judging by how they have him standing on the sidelines. He's still kind of working the legs, high step in there, so it might be a cramp issue. We're not 100% sure. Lipinski fires it to the left side, out to his intended target, who gets out across the 35-yard line. That was Parker Bazzelli again, and that's going to be close to another Hudson first down. And we're going to see where they mark it. And they're going to say 4th down and 1. So what does Hudson want to do? Punt it away, or if they just want to fall forward for this 1 yard? They're going to keep it on here so if Jackson could figure out a way, they would start this drive inside Hudson territory, and that would be huge. They're trying to get Jackson to jump off sides because they've gotten him to do it 3 other times here tonight. And Hudson wanted to see if they could get him to jump. They couldn't, so they called the timeout. And we'll keep it here. And instead, let's talk about this. Don't forget to listen to the Sam Berkwin Show live daily from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. on AM 1310 WDPN and live on the WDPN Facebook and X pages, as well as the Q92 YouTube channel. Sammy B, Monday through Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. Check him out. And now we're going to see what kind of formation Hudson comes out in. Again, it's 4th and 1 from their own 36-yard line. 4th and 1 with 10:37 to go in the ball game. If they get it, they can just start burning and churning clock. And here comes Reno Ferree. So he's not sitting. They said, we know who can get us 1 yard. So they're stacking the box. They're going to take the snap, and it's actually going to be Lipinski who puts his head down and dives it forward. Reno Ferree was just a decoy, and he's coming right back out of the ball game. So he was just used as a decoy, and the quarterback sneak out to the 43-yard line gets the Explorers the 1st and 10, and now they can really start burning this clock.
That time the old quarterback sneak worked. 1 out of 2 times tonight, Jay.
So Lipinski back in the shotgun, everybody in tight. Takes a snap, hands it off to the back, and he's not going to get anywhere. Might even have lost a yard, and I believe that was Ethan Hall on the carry there for Hudson. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10. So 2nd and 10.
They're going to run that play clock down to under 5 every
It would too.
round. Yep.
And the next wave of people leaving is on their way out the door. The ones that had belief. That first down, I think, killed it, and they're going to hand it off to Jack Williams, who just gets absolutely leveled as he tried to go around the right side. Still out to the 43-yard line. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and about 10. For the Explorers. Again, don't forget to stick around during our post-game show as we'll go over the SARTA scoreboard of the other scores in the area. We will talk about the second half and the totality of this one. As Hudson drops back to pass, fires it off to the right side to Jack Williams, and he's turning into a target right now because that's the 2nd play in a row. He's got absolutely leveled. And that's going to bring up 4th and long. And this time Hudson's going to bring out the punt team.
That was dangerous.
That was almost.
Not almost a pick 6.
That was almost a hospital ball too. Jeez. But yeah. So Sterling back deep, standing in his own 25-yard line for the Jackson Polar Bears. Here's the snap. There's the punt. Right to him. He's going to fair catch it at the 32-yard line. And that's where Jackson will start 1st and 10. And here comes the Jackson offense led by Carter Mullman. Been a little bit of a rough night for Carter, but he'll bounce back. He's going to come out in the shotgun. Chase Maurer in the backfield with him, and all 3 of his receivers out wide right. Takes the snap, hands it off to Chase. He's just kind of dancing around and then kind of bolts up the left side out to the 37-yard line.
Bowers had a good half running the ball.
He has. 2nd and 5 after that 5-yard gain. It's helped that he's been able to cleanly get the handoff and have time to look up and find his blockers. Right back to the line, and they move all the receivers out wide to the left side. Mulliman's going to come back right, dump it off to Quinn Schneider, who gets out across the 45-yard line for a Jackson first down. Quinn Snyder, the 6'4", 210-pound senior tight end for Jackson. Schneider also had a touchdown reception last week at Chardon. So Mulliman coming back in the shotgun. 3 receivers to his right, 1 way up top to his left side. And he's going to fake the pass, and he's going to be sacked in the backfield back at the 40-yard line. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 15 as he took that one way back in the backfield. And they went after that knee, and he's up limping. So we are at 6:45 to play in the ball game, and Hudson leads 48-29. Jackson with the football. But Jackson doesn't look like they're in any hurry.
No, it doesn't.
And you would think that if they could have got one off the top here to start this drive that it would get real interesting. But they're just taking their good old time here. And he takes a snap, hands it off to Maurer. Maurer's going to dart right up the middle out to the 50-yard line, to the 49-yard line of Hudson. And that's going to bring up a manageable 3rd down, about 3rd and 5, as I believe he got 10 on that, and they're going right to it. So it's going to be 3rd and 5, 6 minutes to go in the ball game from the Hudson 49-yard line. Jackson with the football, trailing 48-29. Mulliman takes the snap, drops back to pass, fires it over the middle. This time he hits his receiver inside the Hudson 30. And that was Will Sterling on the reception. Will Sterling, 6 foot, 150-pound senior wideout. Hit him right in the numbers, or number 9, the number. And right back to the line for Mulliman and Jackson. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, goes over the top to the left side. Incomplete, but we're going to get pass interference on the defense, which is going to give an automatic first down to the Jackson Polar Bears. And, of course, Hudson fans below us haven't liked any call made. Heck, I think even one time I heard them arguing one that was for them just because they wanted to. You're up 48-29. All the way down to the 14-yard line for the Polar Bears. 1st and 10. Mulliman, that's going to be a false start as there's about 3 or 4 guys moving. It's going to knock them back 5 yards and be 1st and 15 with 5:32 to go in the ball game. I think it's safe to say, with 5:32 left in this thing, that regardless of what happens from here on out, Reno Ferree is going to be our home appliance company player of the game, and he accomplished that before halftime with 6 tutties, 4 on the ground, 2 in the air.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Hudson's only score in the second half was the pick 6, correct?
Correct. And Jackson has a score in the second half as well, which was the Chase Maurer run. And here we go, 1st and 15 from the Hudson 19-yard line as Jackson's in the red zone. They fire it to the right side, incomplete, out of bounds. That was intended for Ben Blonner. It was probably a good thing he didn't catch it because that DB had the beat on it, and he was going to level him.
Lose yardage, too.
Yeah. So now we're going to bring up 2nd and 15 from the 19-yard line for the Polar Bears. Mulliman in the shotgun. Takes the snap, hands it off to Maurer, goes up the left side, tries to stretch it out to the sideline, and eventually just runs out of room and runs out of bounds. And I believe he lost 2 yards there as well, so that's going to bring up 3rd and 17 from the 21-yard line. 5:23 to go in the ball game. Carter in the shotgun. Takes the snap, drops back to pass, looking downfield, pump fakes, fires it up over the top, and again, a double move gets the defensive pass interference for Jackson. And that's going to move them inside the red zone even further, and it's going to give them a 1st and goal from about the 4-yard line for the Polar Bears. That double move is doing wonders on that defensive back for Hudson.
I think one thing Coach Goff is going to address is he's got to clean up all these penalties for next week. Way too many penalties on Hudson tonight.
Yeah, which is pretty scary considering they've still scored 48.
Yep.
So it's going to be 1st and goal from the 9-yard line for the Polar Bears. Mulliman takes a snap, rolls right, fires right into the right corner, up top.
Touchdown.
Touchdown Jackson, as Quinn Schneider, is that who that was?
Number 4.
Yep, Quinn Schneider went up top and high-pointed the football for the Jackson touchdown. And now Jackson has Carter Mulliman, the quarterback, who's cramping up there on the field. So they're going to work on him. It's definitely a cramp. We can tell because they got the roller tool out, going ham on his calf muscles. Mount Union football on AM 1310 WDPN begins September 5th at 1 o'clock with a huge Division III matchup as the Purple Raiders take on Wheaton. Catch Mount Union all season long with AM 1310 WDPN and AM 1310's Facebook and X pages, as Mount Union is again the favorite to win the OAC. Shocker, shocker. And they will be looking at a chance for yet another national championship to put under their belt and in that trophy case. Also, we've been doing Mount Union for a couple of years. We've always had the partner with them, and the exciting new partnership is with Walsh University football, the Cavaliers. The Q92 Sports Network is proud to bring you Walsh University football, brought to you by Beery Cheese. Listen to Cavalier football all season long on the Q92 Sports Facebook, YouTube, and X pages. And Carter Mulliman, the starting quarterback for Jackson Township's hopping off the field on one leg, but he's doing it under his own power. There's nobody near him, so he just can't get that cramp worked out, so they had to move him to the sidelines, and those things do not feel good, especially when you're running and they happen. So right now it's 48-35. Hudson leads Jackson. 5:10 to go in the ball game. We still got to see if Jackson wants to go for 2 or kick the extra point. And with Mulliman down, that means they'd have to bring in a different quarterback if they wanted to go for 2. And that's exactly what they're going to do. Is they got Quinn Schneider in there. Or no, who is Crew Forbes is in. Crew Forbes in at quarterback's going to take the snap, fake the handoff, the end around, and then they're going to throw it the flea flicker back to Crew Forbes, and it's intercepted in the end zone for the 2-point conversion. So that was kind of a little scrabble jumble. So Crew Forbes came in because Carter Mulliman had to go off with a cramp. They went for 2 after the touchdown. Crew Forbes faked the handoff to Chase Maurer and then flipped it to Ben Blauner, who was coming around the left side, and he turned to throw it into the right side of the end zone to Crew Forbes, the quarterback who came in. But one of the Hudson defenders jumped the route, high-pointed the football, and intercepted it. And if he would have been allowed, he would have ran it 100 yards back, but they don't do that in high school. So the play, is dead as a failed two-point conversion attempt. So we're going to sit at 48-35 with 5:10 to go in the ball game.
Looking at an onside kick here, probably.
We could see an onside kick because 2 touchdowns ties the ball game with the extra points.
Wins it. With the extra point.
Yeah,
14 would win it, yep.
So they could get 2 touchdowns and miss both extra points, and then we got a tie. Or, no, we need 1 extra point at least.
Yep.
Yeah, there we are. Math is hard, guys. Math is hard.
Number 96, Joseph Bibiana will kick off. Back 10 for Hudson, number 10.
So Jackson going to kick it back to Hudson after their touchdown. And Jack Williams is back deep for Hudson, standing at his own 10-yard line, but we're going to get an onside kick. Fielded cleanly right at the 50 by Ryan Miller of the hands team of the Explorers.
Onside kick is recovered by number 6, Hayden Lipinski.
So, 5:09 to go. If you're Hudson, it's all about running that clock out, not making a mistake. And you still have to be, with it being still only a 2-possession game now, you can't be too conservative.
No, but no Reno. He's still on the sidelines.
So Lipinski in the shotgun's going to hand it off to Jack Williams, who goes up the middle, breaks free, and down to the 20. 10, 5, game over.
Wow.
Jack Williams scurries it in from 50 out. Very different runner than Reno Ferree. He's just a little, Jack Williams is a burner. Like it was just immediate, like went into third gear. That makes it 54-35, and that probably officially puts the game on ice. Now, Jackson made a valid attempt to make this a ball game when they were getting blown out at one point.
Yep.
So we got to credit them for that. But it's also nice to see somebody for Hudson other than Reno Ferree getting a touchdown.
Yeah. The first offensive touchdown not named Reno Ferree.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. He
Hudson's
had 6.
first.
He had 6 of them. They have a defensive score, and now
Yeah,
Mr. Williams.
You're right. I knew we hired you for a reason.
Yeah.
Extra point is up, and it is good. 55-35. Hudson up 20 with 4:59 to go in the ball game. Very different halves. Very different.
Yes. Yep.
First half was just kind of like, you get a score, you get a score, you get a score. Everybody gets a, well, everybody if your name is Reno Ferree. But, yeah. And then in the second half, it kind of took most of the third quarter until somebody finally scored.
Yeah. This Hudson team, they'd be a fun watch this year.
They will. You're going to have to keep an eye on them. These two teams, I believe, are in the same region. So if they can figure it out, they could potentially see each other again in the playoffs.
Yep.
So Hudson getting ready to kick it back to the Polar Bears. And we'll see if Carter Mulliman, if they're going to sit him out the rest of this one with that cramp, or if they're going to give Crew Forbes. Shout out to Crew Forbes. I went to high school with his dad. His dad was a heck of a baseball player, folks. And that's going to be kicked into the end zone about 5 yards deep. And that'll be a touchback for the Polar Bears.
Yeah, I played high school baseball with his dad. His dad was a stud.
Is that right?
Yeah, I think he played independent league ball around the Southeast, if I'm not mistaken.
Back in your glorious McKinley days.
Yeah. I was fortunate enough to be there when they were winning natties and state titles and, just fun stuff like that.
How fun that would have been.
It was pretty fun.
I bet.
The funny thing is the year they won the first state title where they were USA Today national champions, I was a freshman. And then my sophomore year, we won it again. So I was going into my junior year, my third year of high school. My team had lost one game, had 2 state titles and a national championship.
You thought that's the way it was going to be.
I thought that's the way it was. As Chase Maurer is going to take the first play from the 20-yard line for the Polar Bears and run it out about 3 yards, and he's slow getting up. Gets about 4 yards on the play, out to the 24-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and 6 for the Polar Bears, and Chase Maurer is going to jog off. And it looks like they do have Crew Forbes in there at quarterback. He is a 6'3", 180-pound sophomore. So Crew going to take the snap, hand it off to the new running back. And Ty Jackson is the running back for the Polar Bears, who's in now, senior 5'7", 180. And he gets about 3 yards on the carry to make it 3rd and 1 as we approach the 4-minute mark of the fourth quarter here in Jackson. Back in the shotgun for Forbes. He puts Quinn Schneider in motion, and false start as Elijah Gordon tried to go too early for the Jackson offensive line. And Hudson, the Hudson defense is now giving their high fives all around in the secondary, knowing this thing's ran its course. So it's now 3rd and 6 after the false start. 3:42 to go in the ball game. Forbes looking over to the sideline. 3rd and 6. Takes the snap, hands it off to the back, goes up the left side and bowls forward across the 30 to the 32-yard line. And that was Ty Jackson again with the carry for the Polar Bears. And that's going to be enough for a Jackson first down, as that'll move the chains, and they're going to rush right back to the line of scrimmage. This is some of the most valuable experience Crew Forbes is going to get at quarterback as a sophomore. I mean, he's getting real reps with number ones against one of the better defenses that Jackson will face this year. And as I say that, Hudson checks in their entire second unit on defense. Thanks, Coach Goff. Appreciate you there, buddy. 55-35 with 3:10 to go in the ball game. Jackson with the football, but they trail Hudson. And they get it to Jackson again, who goes up the middle again. Back to the 30-yard line. It's going to bring up 2nd and long, as we're now officially under 3 minutes to play in the ball game. And the home crowd is even more scarce. So Crew Forbes back in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his left, 1 down here to the right. Takes the snap, hands it off to Jackson. Jackson gets back to the line of scrimmage, gains about 2 yards before he's hit by about 4 Explorers. And that's going to bring up 3rd down for the Polar Bears. 3rd and looks like 8. 3rd and 8 for Jackson. But back to the Crew Forbes being a sophomore. Just a lot of great experience that he's getting right here. Running an offense. They're mixing it up between hurry up and regular, just plays and things like that, getting him an opportunity. And then now they're going to bring in Noah Menard, 6'1", 190-pound senior quarterback, and they're going to have him run the offense the rest of the way, it looks like. They hand it off to Jackson again, who gets out to the 36-yard line of Hudson. And that's going to bring up 4th down as we're under 2 to play. And now we're going to bring out the punt unit. And Crew Forbes punts as well as a sophomore quarterback. He's also a pitcher on the baseball team.
Formation number 6, Crew Forbes. Back to receive number 18, Ryan Miller.
So they're going to punt it back to Hudson. Ryan Miller is back deep for the Explorers. There's the punt by Forbes, high in the air. And it's going to be fair caught at the 34-yard line. And that's where Hudson's going to take over 1st and 10 with 1:14 to go. And I would imagine they're probably just going to go into victory formation. And the question becomes, is it going to be Hayden Lipinski under center, or are they just going to send out the backup quarterback to just get it all said and done for Hudson, who came on the road? They will move to 2-0 on the season as they've started both games on the road. A great start to the season for the Hudson Explorers. Very impressed with the way they play their offense. And that's going to be Matthew Cockley. The backup quarterback's going to come in, and he's going to hand it off to his running back. I don't even have who number 33 is on my roster. So
looks like Hudson will be at home next week to Akron St. Vincent St. Mary.
And Jackson will fall to 1-1. And Cockley back in the shotgun again. It's number 33 for Hudson that's running the ball for them, but I don't have that number on my roster. So unfortunately for you listeners, I can't give you a number, or I can't give you a name to go with the number.
Looks like Jackson will be home next week, right back here at Robert Fife Stadium to play a really good Wadsworth game.
Yeah. And I believe after that, it goes into Federal League play, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
So one last snap here, most likely. Nope. It's an incomplete pass, so that'll stop the clock. 23 seconds to go. Hudson, barring something crazy, is going to walk out of here winning 55-35, defeating the Jackson Polar Bears in their home opener here at Robert Fife Stadium.
St. Ed's beat McKinley 22-8 tonight.
22-8. Well, they were at Ed's. That's not easy to do.
Nope.
And that's most likely going to be the last play of the ball game. And Hudson defeats the Jackson Polar Bears 55-35. We're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we will have our post-game show, which will include highlights from the second half, our final thoughts, and the SARTA scoreboard. I think we can agree, Steve, that Reno Ferree is our home appliance company player of the game. You're listening to High School Football, brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Make sure you're following Q92 Sports on social media. We bring you the absolute best in local sports news, live play-by-play action, exclusive player and coach interviews, game day photos, and so much more. Never miss an update. Just search and follow at Q92 Sports across all your favorite platforms and subscribe today. Stay connected to the teams, the games, and the moments that matter most. Q92 Sports, your home for local sports.
Hey, Purple Raider football fans, this is Sam Berkman, the voice of the University of Mount Union. AM 1310 WDPN is your home for Mount Union football all season long as they battle it out for another OAC title and a possible national championship. Listen live for free right here on AM 1310 WDPN, and you can also listen all season long on our official Facebook, X, and YouTube pages. Join myself and Ryan Bevere all season long for Purple Raider football right here on AM 1310 WDPN.
Never miss a single moment of the action. Search for Q92 Radio on YouTube right now and hit that subscribe button. When you turn on alerts, you'll know the exact second we go live. It's your destination to listen to all of our high school and Mount Union sports broadcasts. Plus, you can watch The Sam Berkman Show live weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. and catch exclusive interviews with local athletes, coaches, and insiders. Subscribe to Q92 Radio on YouTube today.
Hey, sports fans, if you love local sports as much as we do, make sure to head over to Q92Radiosports.com. Think of us as your home for local sports news, from high school to college all the way to the pros. We have area scores, local weather updates, and a quick and easy way to reach out and contact us. Best of all, it's the place to listen to all of our high school and Mount Union football games all season long. The home for Q92 Sports is Q92Radiosports.com.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Back here at Robert Fife Stadium in Jackson Township as the Jackson Polar Bears fall to the Hudson Explorers 55-35. And we've already announced that Reno Ferree is our home appliance company player of the game. And Steve headed down to the field. He's going to try to get a word with Reno Ferree and Coach Goff to get final thoughts on their victory here tonight. And check out our Q92 Sports Facebook and X pages for those interviews coming later this evening. And as we mentioned, Jackson tried to make it a game there late in the second half as they cut it to 13. But it was all for naught as Hudson pulled away late with a couple of touchdowns. There was a pick six from about 60 yards out by Markey. Made it 48-21. Their extra point was blocked. Maurer made it a game for the Polar Bears as he ran it in from 37 yards out. They went for two and got it. That made it 48-29. And then Schneider, 10-yard reception. Made it 28-35 as they tried to go for two that time and didn't get it as the the two-point conversion attempt on that one was intercepted. And then Jack Williams from Hudson sealed the victory with a 50-yard touchdown run late in the fourth quarter. The extra point was good, and that got us to our final 55-35, really a tale of two halves, as the first half was just an absolute wrecking ball of a half, mostly by Hudson and Reno Ferree with his 6 touchdowns, 4 on the ground, 2 through the air. And then Jackson was keeping up with them for the most part until late there in the first half. And it wasn't until the pick six did somebody in the third quarter, did somebody other than Ferree score for Hudson. And then it wasn't until late in the fourth that somebody else for Hudson on offense scored other than Ferree, because the other one was a pick six by the defense. But great job by Hudson. They came out, they had a game plan, they clearly followed it. Jackson struggled to keep them out of the end zone. They fought the good fight. They just didn't have enough. Made some mistakes in some key situations, and unfortunately they're going to fall to 1-1. But the great thing about this game is they get to come back next week right here at Robert Fife Stadium and try to get back in that win column. We're going to step away for one more commercial break, and when we come back, we will take a final look at the SARTA scoreboard before we sign off for the night. You're listening to High School Football, brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Hey there, Rex Combs here, Rex in the Morning on AM 1310, inviting you to join myself, Jeff Mears, local news and sports, and Mark Johnson from the 3 News Weather Center in Cleveland, getting you up, getting you going, Monday through Friday from 6 to 10 a.m. We've got unforgettable favorites, music news, and more just for you. Rex in the Morning, where it's all about the music and the people who make it. Join us Monday through Friday mornings here on AM 1310 WDPN.
The sports stories you want to talk about, the guests you want to hear from. Get it all on The Sam Berkwin Show. Join the voice of Stark County sports weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. on AM 1310 WDPN for your ultimate local sports fix. You can also watch the show live daily on Facebook, YouTube, and X. Don't miss The Sam Berkwin Show. Weekdays at 3 on AM 1310 WDPN.
Miss the big game? Don't worry. Q92 Sports has you covered. Head over to the Q92 Sports page on SoundCloud right now. From high school football, basketball, baseball, and softball to Mount Union football and basketball. We've got it all there for you to listen to in our massive archive that stretches from today's games all the way back to the launch of Q92 Sports in 2016. Follow Q92 Sports on SoundCloud today.
Answering the questions that your smartphone can't. Intelligence for your life.
I'm John Tesh, and we couldn't be happier about bringing you intelligence for your life every day and be the most productive worker in that drab office space. Work less, do more. I like that idea.
The John Tesh Radio Show.
Join me for music and intelligence for your life, 10 to 3, Monday through Saturday. Love this stuff. It'll help.
The John Tesh Radio Show.
Intelligence for your life.
Only on AM 1310 WDPN.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Back here in Jackson as the Hudson Explorers defeat the Jackson Polar Bears here in Week 2, 55-35. And before we call it a night, we're going to take one more look around at the SARTA scoreboard, as my counterpart mentioned before he headed down to the field. St. Ed's defeats McKinley tonight up in Cleveland, 22-8. Lake defeats Boardman, 27-0. Northwest takes down Marlington, 36-21. Alliance defeats Worcester, 32-29. And Massillon, at last check, was absolutely destroying Hudson. Or not Hudson, but Glen Oak. Just trying to see if we got anything there. Malvern loses 54-28 to McDonald. See if we can catch Massillon. Ended last check, Massillon was beating Glen Oak 44-7. And Green in the fourth quarter beating Talmadge 28-7. Really excited for Geis and his guys. They lost a lot of players from last year, so that is awesome that they look like they're doing well over there. Salem defeating Canfield, 21-14. Fairless up on Waynedale, 42-6. East Canton up on Western Reserve, 14-6. Hoover up on Medina, 18-14. That sounds like a good one over there. St. Thomas up on Wellsville, 19-8. And over here again, Hudson defeats Jackson, 55-35. And that's all we got here for Week 2. On my end of the Q92 Sports Network. Thank you guys for spending your Friday night with us here. And as always, thank you to the sponsors. Sarshone, the Home Appliance Company, Friends and Family Credit Union, Back 9 Indoor Golf, the Canton Christian Home, SARTA, Gentlebrook, and RG Drag, along with CSE Federal Credit Union. We appreciate our sponsors for supporting our broadcasts, but not only that, supporting these schools and these communities. I'm Jay Wilhelm. That was Steve Gilbert to my right. Again, Jackson Falls 55-35 to the Hudson Explorers. Don't forget to follow us on all our social medias and see where we will be as we call 7 games every Friday night on the Q92 Sports Network. Have a good night, everybody.